everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Welcome to MTP Live for Sunday, May 17th. I'm Natalie. I'm one of the managers from Melrose Trading Post, and I work with the organization Greenway Art Alliance that puts on the Melrose Trading Post every Sunday. And I want to tell you a little bit about Greenway Art Alliance. So there are three parts to Greenway. The first part you may be familiar with, the Melrose Trading Post, right behind me here. The second part is the Greenway Institute for the Arts, and that is our arts education program, and it is our intersection with the students at Fairfax High School and other LAUSD high schools. And we also provide free after-school programming in the arts and in gardening, which is my specialty. And it's pretty much the heart and soul of our organization. It's how we spread arts into the community and to the youth. And lastly, we have the Greenway Court Theatre up here. It is a 99-seat professional theater on Fairfax Avenue, right next to the high school. And this is an incredible space. It was built in the late 1930s by Fairfax High School students as a project when they had classes like building things. And it's an incredible space that's been transformed into the Greenway Court Theatre back in the year 2000. And now it's a thriving space for diverse art, and it's a launch pad for a lot of theater productions that end up going to larger theaters, to Broadway, and traveling all over the world. So it's a great place, and when we can reopen, I highly recommend you check out the Greenway Court Theatre. All right, Gordon, getting you on board.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you, Gordon?
I'm all right. Good seeing you.
Very good seeing you too. So yes, can you start by introducing yourself and letting us know about your business and your world of music?
Hi, my name is Gordon DJ Stealth McGinnis. I have a company called Beatology. Our main focus is we're a record label. We also do a lot of production for a lot of film and television, but we also have a lifestyle brand. And thanks to Melrose Trading Post, we were able to bring our lifestyle brand to Melrose about 5 years ago. We specialize in rare vinyl records. We do a lot of original stuff, but we also do reissues. And we sell a little bit of vintage clothing and housewares and whatever we think is cool. So man, it's been a ride, but I'd like to thank you guys. It's been a fun ride.
No problem at all. So Gordon, can you tell us about how you got yourself in the music industry and into the music world, and tell us about growing up in Los Angeles?
Well, I grew up in LA, like right down the street from Melrose in Arlington and Venice. I went to LA high school. I went to Los Angeles Center for Rich Studies with Leonardo DiCaprio and the Arquettes and stuff. So I'm a local. My first record I bought on Melrose, and my first pair of Creepers, Dr. Martens, I bought on Melrose, trying to look like all my friends growing up. So Melrose and Fairfax High School has always been close to me. So growing up, I went to church and I was in the choir, and my father had a piano in the house, so he put me in piano lessons. And I messed around and found out that skateboarding was cool, but the Dream Team came to my school. That was a big group back in the day, and all the seniors didn't want to let me in. And I was like, I seen all these speakers and turntables coming in and all the females in there. I'm like, man, forget skateboarding. I stopped skateboarding and wanted to DJ. So from that point on, I started off as a DJ in LA. Then some violence happened in my neighborhood. One of the MS shot at one of the Harpies, and one of the bullets went right over my father's head. So he sold all our property, and we moved out to Fontana. And it was devastating. I was like, my life is over. I'm moving to Fontana. But that was a blessing. I got to meet a guy named Jerry Long, and his rap name is Cocaine. His cousin is a guy named Hutch from the Butter Law, and they were signed to a group named that was signed to Rootless Records. You guys might know that it's Eazy-E and Above the Law and Rootless Records. So I got to get to work with them. I turned in written them keyboards into being a keyboard player, the sound man. and doing a lot of music with him. So that was the start of my music career. And since then, it's been a roller coaster. I worked at Interscope for 15 years. I got to see Lady Gaga grow and develop into helping this COVID situation, donating 25 million. Shouts out to Stephanie. And get to work with a lot of famous people. And it's just been a blessing. But I'm telling you, like, Melrose is even better because I like working one day a week. I hope we can start back up real soon. You know what I mean? But music is fun, but working at these record labels is a lot of work. You know, we'd have to be at the clubs at 3 a.m. and be in the car with Jimmy Iovine, the boss, at 7 a.m. sharp. You know, and we're looking at charts and looking at radio spins, and it was a rough, fun life. But I love, you know, doing Melrose and finding this vinyl records and finding clothes and stuff for you guys, because it's all about a lifestyle of being happy. Life is too short to be unhappy.
It's so true. It's so true. I'm so glad that you signed up for this because I didn't know all this about you. I knew little bits and pieces, but wow, what a story. That's incredible.
Nah, I mean, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? And I thought like Melrose was going to be a lot different, but what it is, I'm seeing a lot of my friends in music. Like, it's so much good networking at Melrose. Like, I got to meet A$AP Rocky. He buys from me all the time. I seen Tyler Creator go from just a kid coming to Melrose to blowing up. You know what I mean? Will Smith family, I got to sell them records. So I thought Interscope was networking, but the networking that you guys do down at Melrose is incredible. And if you guys are a single man, I'm telling you, or a single woman too, I mean, it's such beautiful people with beautiful attitudes, and it's just something to miss, and I hope we can get back to it real soon.
I agree. You know, doing these has really helped me, you know, connect with everyone and make sure that I'm still feeling that sense of community, because not having the market, I really miss it. You know, I really miss seeing everyone.
Yeah, I mean, who would ever think, you know what I mean? But it just humbles everybody, and I hope that, you know, people would appreciate things that we have when we have them and not take things for granted. And hopefully we get back to normal and just learn from this situation and then be a lot safer and be a lot healthier and live healthier lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, speaking of all this, how has COVID-19 impacted you and the way you're doing business?
I'll be honest with you. And as you guys can see, I flip around. And I'm going to be transparent with you guys. Like, I turned my room where I live into, I had 3 record stores. And it just was too much with the commitment. And then I just like doing Melrose. So I just did Melrose and shut down my stores. Now, I never think I'd be opening up another store. So look what I did. I turned my room into the record store. You know, and I never think I'd be doing this, you know what I mean? But hey, you know, I set appointments and we all wear masks and everything's safe, you know what I mean? And I do appointments now, you know what I mean? And I was trying to talk my landlord into let me do like a mini Melrose Trading Post in my backyard, you know what I mean? You know, but I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just hope that we can get through this and the sicknesses go away and stuff. And we can just be safe. Number one, safety is my concern. Like, it sucks not having money and depending on things. I never think I'll be having customers come to the house. But what I like about I get to know my customers is teaching me about business and about business relationships. And, you know, I set my appointments apart. So, I mean, nobody's really coming in contact. And I try to keep things as sanitary as possible. So, I don't know. I just want safety. I would love Melrose to come back today. You know what I mean? But not if it's going to hurt people. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
But to be honest with you, it's kind of good for me with the records, you know, because people can't dig anywhere. So it's been, unfortunately, it's been a blessing to me. I'm able to really get to know my records. I'm actually sleeping with my records. I get to know my record collection because I love clothing too. And clothing really took over, thank God, because records got slow. Like, when the hipsters stopped liking it, they started liking the vintage clothes. So I'm just able to glad to embrace this again. You know what I mean? Because the clothes are tempting, and I like doing clothes too. But I'm glad because music's in my heart that I'm able to do this again. But I still love the whole lifestyle of it. You know, listening to
Yeah.
good music, dressing right, being around the right people, and just having a good time with life. But hopefully we get through this sickness, because I'm at high risk. You know what I mean? Like, I have heart conditions, so I got to think about not just the customer safety, but my safety also. So hopefully we can
Mhm.
get through this. But I miss it so much.
Yeah, it's so true. We have some vendors that we've been talking to that are at high risk, and even if we did open, they might not come the first few weeks. They might want to wait until it's really safe. So we're still going to be doing some of these online things for those people that can't physically participate if the time comes that we can open.
Yeah, that's a good thing, and I appreciate you guys still pushing forward, because a lot of people would have been and bailed out, and I'm just glad that you guys are here for us through thick and thin for what has been 20 years, and I'm glad you guys are helping the students and helping the whole community. And I know it's tough sometimes, you know what I mean? But thank God, man, because I thought everybody was going to bail out. Seriously, like, we wouldn't be able to, you guys wouldn't answer the phones, but you guys are cool, man. Like, for all the promoters I've dealt with, you guys are really cool and professional, and I love you guys. And shouts out to Flo. Flo is the one that really, I was driving Uber at the time, and Flo, me and her just started talking, and I was like, oh, where you going? She's like, Fairfax High School. And I'm like, Melrose? She's like, oh, you're a teacher? She's like, no, I work for Melrose Trading Post. And she gave me the information, and just thank God for
Mhm.
Flo. Thank God for you, Pearson, and the rest of the family, man, because it's life-changing. You know what I mean? And thank God you guys do what you do for the theater and Greenway and your organization. And anything I could do with the music, let me know. If I can help any of the students, or come talk to them about anything that I've done. Because being 15 years at Interscope, 5 years at Rootless, 5 years at Disney, I have some knowledge that I can help these kids with.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. That's a really great offer. We do, when our programming is back up, we do find ways that we can connect students with people that do things that they're interested in, and entrepreneurship is a huge one, and music is a huge one. At Fairfax High School, the students are really interested in both of those topics, so that's really good to know for future planning.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the bigger picture, I think, is us helping the youth and helping each other get through these things. So anything I could do to help, like on another level of helping with the music or marketing, promotion, or branding, or anything like that, feel free to reach out.
Thank you. Thank you, Gordon. That's awesome. I
No
mean,
problem.
it's really cool. I think that the community of vendors here is just, each interview I do, I'm just like, wow, everyone's so amazing. So, it's awesome to have these one-on-one conversations that everyone can like
No,
get
I,
a glimpse of
I,
everyone's lives.
I learned a lot about how to be promoters from you guys, and a lot about business from the other vendors. Like, a lot of them
Mm-hmm.
vendors been in business there since it first started. I mean, Bill and them used to set up across the street before it even started.
Yeah.
Babies have been made at Melrose. Couples have been formed at Melrose. Relationships have been formed at Melrose. And rest in peace to the vendors that we've lost. We've lost some good ones. You know what I mean? And it's just life changing, you guys. If when we get back up, I'm telling you guys, if you guys, the happiest time in my life is being my own boss and being able to sell and meet to 5,000 people every Sunday and get to deal with a cool staff and help the students at Fairfax. If you guys are vendors, please check it out. If you guys are customers, please help these independent businesses. A lot of these guys, aren't doing so well, especially right now. They have stores that they might lose. A lot of these guys aren't coming back because they just can't. A lot of people have to get real jobs, So, I mean, please, we really appreciate the support that you've been doing. And vendors, if you have any questions, let me know. I can help you with your social media marketing, very cheap marketing. Like, I've had a very good results by spending less than $10 a day on social media marketing. So if you guys need help with that, let me know. And think outside the box. I'm selling out my room and able to pay my rent, and I don't have to get a job right now. So if you guys need anything, let me know. We can make appointments, or even we can drop the stuff off curbside if you guys don't want to meet. And also we ship. So just let me know any of your vinyl needs. And shoot, I appreciate you guys.
Nice. That is awesome. So, Gordon, do you want to tell us a little bit about how you decided to set up at the Melrose Trading Post? Like, what brought you to that first day?
I'm gonna be honest with you. when Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre left Interscope, most of us lost our job. I went to there, then I went to Disney. Disney was cool. I did 5 years at Disney, but there's just a lot of racial stuff that I wasn't like wanting to deal with anymore. And so I'll be totally transparent. I played hooky from Disney one day, and I did two things. I went to beat swap meet, and while I ate lunch, I seen a vendor over there make 2,000-3,000 while I ate my lunch. Then I went to Melrose Trading Post afterwards and then talked to a couple of vendors and seen them make some real money. And I just reevaluated my life. All this vinyl was just sitting in my garage, not doing nothing. I quit Disney the next day, and it was the best decision. I haven't looked back. That's been 5 years, and it's been the happiest time. I mean, you know, plaques are nice, you know what I mean? But I mean, it took a lot to get that. You know what I mean? It feels good to wake up when I want to, or wake up at 5 in the morning, or 4 in the morning to get in the line at Melrose at 5:30, then take you 4 hours to load in. But that's happy, because I'd rather do that than a real job, because it's doing what I like. Find something that you love and do it. You know, and if you love it, put it on Instagram, talk to Natalie, you know what I mean? Build your following up and come down to Melrose, you know what I mean? And it's life-changing, you know what I mean? So, I mean, honestly, I was tired of working. I'm tired of making other people rich. All my life, I've been making other people rich. Now it's time for me to have an opportunity not only to, have some money, power, and fame and all that, but also be happy. Happiness is number one. Stress will kill you before anything. So, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, the happiest days of my life is going to Melrose the next day, do some thrifting, and then, just thrift the rest of the week. And, you know, after that, go to the laundromat, wash all the clothes, check all the records, and do the process, and then come to Melrose. I mean, it's the happiest time of my life. You know what I mean? And hopefully we can get this back, man, for real. It's been a terrible, just not financially, but socially. It's like a social thing. All of us vendors are like family, and with the staff, it's like family. We meet up there, we talk crazy each other because we love each other. You know what I mean? So we miss being the family.
Yeah. I'm seeing we have a couple of questions. So one of the questions is, are you selling clothing online as well as records right now?
I'm trying to. I started off with the clothes, but the clothes just won't pay the bills online right now for me. So I have some stuff on Poshmark. Now, Poshmark is the name of my company, Beatology, Beatollogy. We also have a Depop, same with Depop, Beatology. What else? We have a Grail, same thing, Beatology, and our Instagram is Beatology, and a lot of clothing is on there. But I've really been shifting gears to record, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing, and that's supposed to be my focus. Just as a company, I should be focused on this. But records are getting harder to find. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. Like, sourcing for records is a lot harder than sourcing for clothes. There's just a lot more clothing available than there is records. And when I'm outsourcing, I'm competing with 100 other record dealers, and I'm competing with 200 other clothing dealers, but it's more clothing to choose from. I'm just being real and transparent with you guys. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to teach you guys some business. Always have a plan A, B, or C. I would never think I'd be selling vinyl in my room, but thank God for it, because I'm able to pay my bills.
Yeah, I think that's a really innovative way to use what you've got to keep going, because you have your room and you have the records. So it's really interesting how you've put everything together, and you're pushing through this.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was going to set up on the street. Like, I'm over in the hood, like in South Central LA, and people over here are setting up on the streets and stuff, but I don't know how safe that is. And to be honest with you, I don't know if the city and the police are going to start cracking down on that, honestly. Because I was going to be desperate and just go set up. It's about 20 people over there. It's like a hood Melrose Trading Post. But I mean, I get it. It's by the county building. And over in the hood, like, people set up booths like by everywhere. Anywhere's money. The bank, the county building, and all kind of stuff. But I don't know if that's in compliance with the city or in compliance with the law. So I don't know about that stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's better to be in a controlled spot that you can like manage everything, so that you know the liability you're taking on,
Yeah.
Like, you cleaned it all.
Yeah, you got to have insurance, you guys. You guys got to have a seller's permit. a business license, you know, and do everything the right way. Use this time to get everything that Melrose requires. You know what I mean? Go to the Board of Equalization, get your seller's permit, get your business license, and once everything opened back up, then after 2 times, I think you got to get insurance. But it's worth it, you guys. You know, better safe than sorry, and comply with the city. Thanks to the city of LA and to the school district for even allowing us to participate and do this. So appreciate you guys.
That was an awesome PSA right there. That was like perfect. Thank you.
That's my media training. See, I used to do media training for Interscope, Geffen, and A&M, so that's just my media training.
That's awesome. So, Gordon, you have lots of records behind you. Do you want to show us some? Show us the categories? How do you want to?
Sure, we can go through it. Let me flip the phone around. So right now, it's in categories. So I'll show you guys some stuff. We got originals, you know what I mean? But we also got a lot. The ones I can't find originals of, I have reissues. So these are brand new. All the Doors. We got all the Led Zeppelins. I try to keep all the Doors, all the Led Zeppelins, all the Pink Floyds. Brand new. And when we get originals, you know, we'll let you guys know, but it's hard to find a lot of these original. Queen original, though. A Rolling Stones original, Rush, Santana. And, you know, I got to put the rest of these in order, but all this section is rock. And here's, like, some of the high-end hip-hop stuff that I can't find anymore. Eminem, Tribe, Gangstar, and then one of my favorite sections starts the funk. Now, all the funk is mainly originals, and a lot of stuff is $5. So we have stuff for every price. You know what I mean? $5 up. You know, then I walk over here, then it's the rest of the funk in the song. More funk and soul, then that's some more of the high-end stuff. Snoop. And this is just one of my plaques, you guys. I just want you guys to see my name on there.
Nice.
You know.
Gordon, it's kind of hard to hear you.
You can't hear me?
I think maybe the microphone went away from you.
Okay, how about now?
Perfect.
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, I just want to show you guys the plaque with the name on it and stuff. I got about 100 more of these I need to put up. But, you know, hard work, you guys. Hard work, honesty, integrity, accountability. You guys going to conquer your dreams. Because I'd never think a guy from the hood would be working at Melrose and working with all these artists. Most of these artists in here I didn't work with. Like Dr. Dre, I was on the Chronic 2001. We just sold that one. Snoop, he's on our compilation. If you guys want to buy some of our music, we're on all the social media. I mean, like Spotify and everywhere else. We're called the Beatologist. We got Snoop on there and everybody. So here's some hip hop. And a lot of this hip hop stuff is really rare stuff that I used to get at the record companies and all the record pools. And most of the hip hop stuff is original. Like, look how old that is.
Wow.
Then we go over to the jazz. Boom. Funkadelic. Now, the Funkadelics and the Parliaments and the Pink Funks I can't find, so those are reissues. Some more jazz. And this is for all my producers. We got the soundtracks for us producers, world music. We got what else? Some rare Latin stuff. A lot of this Latin stuff is rare stuff I can't find on the internet. So that's cool. We got some blues, some classical, some gospel, children's, reggae, surf, some exotica, some country western back there, and some more stuff for my producers. Some speech records, sound effects, Christmas records, got a couple 45s, and we got some tapes, you know? Nice. And the van is full of clothes, and NASCAR jackets, Carhartt jackets, anything like that, single stitch shirts, you know. Hopefully we can get some of that stuff out, man. I might have to pull some of that stuff out if you guys want to see it. So yeah, just let me know, and I appreciate it because, you know, being a disabled veteran, you know, this is all that we have right now. You know, thank God I had this inventory, because if I didn't have this inventory, it's hard as hell to get a job. Even as a security guard, you got to let your guard card go through, and shoot, I've been waiting 3 months for a guard card. I've applied at all of the grocery stores, and none of them called me back. So thank God for these records and having my inventory. So thanks to Melrose.
Yeah,
Telling you.
seriously. A lot of the vendors I've been talking to who source vintage items, their hands are tied right now. They can't find anything new. They have to make sure, you know, try to source whatever they can, but it's so hard right now.
Yeah, but what they're not telling you that it's online is popping right now, because people are spending their money. Like, one thing that I've learned from this is that you have to have an online presence too, just for emergencies and for promotion purposes and branding purposes. So this taught a lot of the older vendors to get on Twitter, get on Instagram, get on YouTube, and use these platforms for free marketing, promotion, and branding. So I think it kind of helped some of us learn. You know, it's just very difficult to do both. Like, I might sell 1,000 records, 1,000 T-shirts a week, and stuff gets misplaced, stuff gets swiped, and then people order it online, but I can't fulfill it, and then you get kicked off. So I understand it's very difficult to do inventory, shipping, and a pop-up. It is difficult. Or a store, just have certain items that you put online. That's the best thing I could. Like, all my things over $30, I put online. You know, everything from $5 down, it's just not enough horsepower in me to lift all that stuff. So from 5 to 30, I keep, and 30 on up, I put online. That's just the formula I use working by myself and being almost 50 and being a disabled veteran. So don't overwork yourself. You know, a lot of these vendors, we're older and stuff, you know, and one bad thing with your health could change your life. So health first. Health is key.
That's so true. As a vendor who physically sets up a store and takes it down every week, you need to really rely on your health.
Yeah, but them guys make me look bad, Natalie. I'm telling you, them guys up there, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm almost 50. Some of them 70-year-olds will outwork me, be there before me, be there after me, and be sweat less than me. Like, I've never seen work ethic like at Melrose, and my Latino friends and stuff, man. Setting up them booths and stuff. I don't know how y'all do it, man, but yeah, I miss all the family, man. I miss all the family.
It's so true. There are some people that I don't know how they do it. They sell furniture. And it's like, how are you moving all that furniture all in one day?
No, and the wife and the kid is moving more than the man.
Yeah.
I'm like, and the stack gets higher and higher every week. I'm like, it made me realize, like, I thought I was, man, I'm not doing nothing. You know what I mean? I'm not doing nothing. It humbles you. You know what I mean? It really humbles you.
It really does. And, you know, I walk through the market and I see all these people doing this. And I'm just like, wow, I need to do something. You know, I get so inspired and I get that energy of like, look at what these people are doing just like with their own willpower, their own hands. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, and with the artists and stuff and all the work that takes. And it's just a lot of time that goes. So we really appreciate the customers and the fans and Melrose and the city and the school district for letting us participate, because you guys change people's lives for the better. Like, for all the customers, and it's really changes people's lives for the better. I mean, I don't know, you know, I miss it.
Me too. So, Gordon, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you and to see your inventory?
Well, I just put most of the records on Instagram. So it's Instagram, Beatology. The name of the company is BEATOLOGY. The same with Instagram. We got the Facebook, same thing. On our Facebook page is Beatology Records. You guys can order stuff from there. And on Spotify, all you got to do is search The Beatologist, and all our latest music will come up. And, you know, you guys can reach out to me. You know what I mean? Mention Melrose Trading Post, and I'll give you a free 15-minute consultation. You know, I used to charge $500 an hour for that. But if you guys mention Melrose, if you guys need help with anything, just give me a ring. You can DM me, or my email is beatology@mac.com. BEATOLOGY. And I'm here for you guys.
That's awesome, Gordon. You know, it's such a cool community to be a part of, and it's people like you who are putting yourself out there and offering to help and offering yourself. It's just incredible to see it in action. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all that you're offering and your really lovely attitude about it all.
Well, thanks for the platform. Like I said, I couldn't thank you guys enough. Patrick, Natalie, Pearson, and Flo, all you guys, all the students. And thanks for fighting, because I know it's a fight. Trust me, I used to promote too and do events. I know it's a fight, and we appreciate the fight. And thank you for having a venue for us. You know what I mean? And hopefully my dream is for us to not only do Melrose, but also maybe get a building. And so we could do Melrose Monday through Saturday during the week. And it'd be just like Melrose. We have our own little spaces there. That's my dream. You know what I mean? Because we need something like that, and that would be really cool. You know what I mean? That would be really cool, because the stores, I had 3 stores. They always start off at 1,000, and once they see you make money, it might go up to 5,000. So that.
Oh.
You guys always do what you say and say what you do. It's safe. We have real police there. We have real security there, and it's cool to bring your kids. It's cool to bring the dogs, and it's just a great community. So thank you guys, Greenway Arts. You guys go to the website. I don't know if any donations are set up, but we appreciate it. Thank you.
We do. We have a little PayPal donate button on our website. If anyone's feeling generous, we would definitely appreciate that. Gordon, again, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say to everyone? You've said so many wonderful things, but any closing thoughts?
Just, guys, be safe. It's more important things than money, power, and fame, and other things. Our safety is most key. Treat people with respect. Treat people how you want to be treated. And thank you, City of LA. Thank you, Melrose Trading Post. Thank you, LA School District. God bless you. And my name is Gordon DJ Stealth McGinnis, the founder of Beatology Music, and I appreciate and love you guys.
Thank you, Gordon. And with that, we'll go ahead and disconnect here, but thank you so much. And feel free to jump on our vendor Zoom calls every Thursday at 2 p.m.
I'm gonna start. I've been hard at work getting this room set up, but I promise you I'll be a participant going forward.
If you can, we'd love to see you.
No. It's gonna be my #1 priority now that I have some time.
Nice. Well, I'm happy to hear that. All right, Gordon, thank you so much. See you later.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Gordon from Beatology. So just make sure you're following him on Instagram and check out his records. He does these layouts on Instagram with like 9 or 12 records in it, so you can see several of his collection all at once. So definitely check those out. And if you see something that you want, we're all at home. If you have a record player, you might have gone through all your records already, so might as well get some new ones from Gordon. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off of this video, and I'll be back at 1 o'clock with Michael Simpson from Writings from Michael. See you then. Hello. Welcome back to our live stream, MTP Live. It's so nice to see all of you here. Thank you for joining me. Our next person is an artist that many people know in the market. His name is Michael. He seems to be the kind of person that every vendor wants to be friends with, and you can tell because everyone's trying to collaborate with him. He's so fun. So I'm going to see if Michael's on the call here. Let's see if we can get him on.
Natalie,
Yay!
how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I heard that pretty dope introduction. I thank you for that. That's I heard bits and pieces. I'm having a little technical difficulties get just this whole setup going on here. So how you doing?
I'm really good. Had a great interview with Gordon, and now I'm excited.
I heard some of it.
Nice.
Gordon and I have worked together a couple times. I purchased a few items from him, jackets, just all sorts of stuff. So Gordon's a good soul. He's a good soul.
Very nice. So Michael, welcome to MTP Live.
Welcome to MTP Live. I've been waiting all day for this. You gotta
Nice.
understand, we don't have the post. The post is like our oxygen to, like, you know how it is. You know
Yeah.
exactly how it is. And this is the only closest I get to just talking. Sometimes I love to talk, so I'm pleasured. I'm honored to be here with you.
Awesome.
My man
So,
Jake Robbins in the building.
oh yes, there are lots of people here today. So
I,
this is a good one. I love
I
this.
had got texts and calls like, yo, you need to shout me out. So if I shout people out unexpectedly, I'm sorry, Nat. It's my Apple family. Shout to Curtis in here. You know, my family from Jersey, New York, Georgia. Like, it's a whole community. So I'm
You got to give everyone a shout out. It's
don't
okay.
mind me.
So, Michael, can you introduce yourself and tell us about what you do and about your business?
Yeah, so I'm Michael G. Simpson. That is my full name. A lot of people think G was like put there. That is on my birth certificate. And I started a company called Writings from Michael. And it all started with this. I want to go really into these notes because the reason why I write is I really feel the power of writing is how you manifest things. So before moving to Los Angeles and before like really taking on this journey as like full face fronted, I was always writing. Like I wanted to just, I had a goal of writing a poem a day and posting it. That was my goal at one point, like literally just to post a poem, right? I had a goal of just posting every day and hopefully that it would inspire people across the world. And that was all I was using my platform for, was to really post on Instagram before moving here. And I didn't really get the confidence until I took a trip out June 2015 with my buddy. You know, I came for a few days and he said, "Yo, look, you may like Los Angeles. I know you are, but you like all these arts and crafts." So I took a trip for 3 days, Natalie. Honestly, that was like the turning point of my life. I visited the Trading Post by accident, like just wanted to do some stuff.
Wow.
I ended up buying two pieces from the Englishman. I brought a Basquiat piece, 8x8 piece, and I also purchased a Keith Haring piece, and another a piece I brought from an artist from Kenya. I'm not sure if you remember this gentleman. He actually passed away last year or maybe 2 years ago to a car accident in Kenya.
Really?
And Najeen,
Dean?
right, Gene. I brought
Wow.
a piece from Gene, and those three purchases literally changed my thinking of how I was doing my art. I always had dreams of being a ball player. I had dreams of being a rapper, and I always had this narrow-minded thinking that that's how you're supposed to make it. Until coming out here, honestly, it taught me that you don't have to just have one way to facilitate or be a vessel of your art. So I felt more comfortable being a writer, and the Trading Post gave me the platform to do so as much. So it really is crazy how I have this piece in back of me. You may trip or fall, but in the process, you will stumble upon purpose. And I feel like that is very synonymous with my personal journey, maybe even your journey. And sometimes your biggest purpose is the thing you underlook. Like I never realized writing was the catalyst. I always thought it was me having to speak or it would be something else. But for me, writing was literally the underground of what I'm doing now. So it really is a blessing to be in Los Angeles now. And it's dope. It's dope. It's a dope feeling. Dope feeling.
That is incredible. Wow. What a journey. So you said you were living somewhere else. Where were you living?
I was in Georgia. So I was in Georgia working at Apple full time as a specialist.
Mhm.
And I didn't finish college. So shout out to all the college graduates, high school graduates. And for me personally, Natalie, I sit on that and I stand behind that proudly. Like for me, I didn't find college to suit me the way I thought it was supposed to be. I didn't go into it thinking that um, I didn't have my purpose at that time. You know, you always think what you want to do. I want to be an accountant. Like, shit, excuse me. Like, you just think like you're kind of not thinking, really thinking until you got to go through some experience. And it took me to really to feel confident to mom, I can't be in school. Not because I don't want to educate myself, but because it's not inhibiting me to do the things I really want to do. And that's be creative, be artistic, and try to really express myself in the best way possible. And that was probably the biggest, best mistake ever happened to me is going out of college, moved to Georgia. I had to get refocused. I was very out of line. Just didn't really have any more, I didn't have any structure. And I think if you're going to build something positive and anything substantial, you have to have some structure. And Georgia taught me a lot of structure, to believe it or not. And working at Apple, it taught me a lot of core values, how to just think outside the box as far as people. People are the soil. So a lot of things I work for Apple, I use today within my business. So I took the small jobs that, even though I didn't want to work, I remember working at Taco Mac as a waiter, because it was the only job that I could afford at the time. And like, Mama Kel, that's my mama Laura in the building. And, you know, the jobs that you don't want sometimes, like being a waiter or cleaning tables, those are the jobs that really push you to the core values in life, right? Like working for a hard-earned dollar. And I feel like the Trading Post, once I got there, I wasn't overly proud to sit 9 to 5, sometimes even longer, right? And you just doing it on your own pretty much. It was all training to get to the now. So I'm very blessed to have small jobs like that and to be grateful for a job, period. And it's taught me a lot, just to value the small earned dollar, just really valuing a penny. So it doesn't come for granted, because even though we talk about the great things of the Trading Post, there's are days that, you know, you may not even sell an item, or it rains, or there's things where I remember I didn't have enough money to the $60. Remember the spot was $60. I remember there were times when Saturday I didn't have enough in the account to make it the payment on Sunday, and somehow miraculously, I don't know, it just happened. But there would be things where you would fall into, damn, how am I gonna get around this? And I feel like with COVID-19 obviously putting a big dent in everybody's journey, it kind of helps us realize that we do got to be more prepared. And when you are prepared, it's easier to go through those stumbles. You're not as like, oh, okay, I can get through this. So working in Georgia has really taught me a lot like that. You know, just even now, just getting through this COVID-19 is like, we got to adapt, right? It is what it is. We can't do much other than control what we can control.
Yeah, a lot of what I've been hearing is how, you know, the vendors that sell at the Trading Post have really realized they need to build safety nets for themselves within their business and make their business more resilient.
100%. 100%.
Who could have seen, you know, this kind of a large scale impact in our lives, in our daily lives, to think that the market would be closed? And, you know, it's a shock to everyone, but I've seen so many people jump up and take action and figure out how they can get themselves in a stable place so that they can carry on and continue creating things.
Absolutely. And a lot of that is due to also, I guess, adapting to, it's good that the MTP has added the directory. Shout out to the directory. Go in the directory. There's dope artists on there. There's dope artisans, and kind of going on the e-commerce route now. And that's what we've been doing over here, is kind of like, all right, that foundation we built at the Trading Post, it's invaluable to get in-person interaction. That is, to me, the best form of marketing is, sorry, there's a guy out there selling the ice cream, if you can hear that. He does this every time at the same time. But the market almost is getting that foundation and now making it to e-commerce. And it's kind of hard, even though digital, we can be together here, there's nothing like in-person interaction. That, to me, that was how exactly I found a lot of success, is like telling my story, somebody resonating, and them believing in me. And it took that 2-minute, maybe 20 minutes, sometimes even hour conversations to transform. So it's not transactional, it's transformational. And I always took that from Apple too as well. Like, don't make it transactional. You know, we weren't getting paid commission. So it was more like you really had to be with this customer. And that value point always stood into now, like, all right, let me not make this transactional. Let's build a relationship and a rapport where we can just journey together while you have your piece. So I've taken a lot of things from, you know, the Trading Post for these past 4 years. There has been ups and downs, even with the market changing when it got like the high influx of people coming in. Remember, we got this high influx where a lot more people started coming. It started getting more popular. That's all adapting too, because there's more people at this point now. Now you have to kind of set yourself apart and do small things to kind of clean customers out. So this whole COVID-19 is teaching us a lot, but I also feel like it's a great training method again for the next 10, 20 years. There might be something too as well. There's always going to be something that's going to be in the road to try to stop us, but really it's gonna project us to a bigger outcome.
It's very true. We have to be, I think as the Melrose Trading Post and Greenway Art Alliance, our mission is to support social enterprise and local businesses and creative businesses and artists. So we have to also think of how do we, maintain ourselves in this time when our income is now gone.
Right. Right.
We're getting creative too, and it's talking to all of you has really inspired me to really like push myself and think outside of the box. Like, how else can we do this? How else can we do this? It's really such a great community to be a part of because everyone is just so willing to like share ideas and collaborate. And it's just so awesome. And I really see you at this point. You've been there for 4 years. Is that right? 4 years now?
So the 29th will be, I believe, 4 years, which is, I didn't realize that until we scheduled all this. And then I was like, oh, damn, it's actually been that long. But it doesn't feel that way. I guess when you're doing something, you don't really see it as the time being passed. You're just trying to fill time. And it's crazy that even a 4 year span, a lot of things can happen and change. Like I remember the first time I did the Trading Post and that feeling of, there's a lot of other feelings too you feel being there too, because sometimes people can make you feel incompetent if someone's buying a piece, right? It's almost like the inferior factor, right? You selling something at a trading post, people already have maybe an inclination in their mind how much something should be priced at. So a lot has taught me too is to stand true to your value and stand true to what you are selling or what you are embodying. So a lot of the times where you may get overlooked by someone, maybe, a lot of pretty dope people come to the Trading Post now, Nat. I know you know that. So you got to stand firm in certain things. And that always taught me the confidence of like, I'm not too proud to be out here in front of my stuff and represent. So I always told the bigger picture. So it seems that all worked a little bit. We'll see. I don't know if it works. That's my opinion, but it seemed like it works. Just the consistency of keep coming back. I see Englishman is on here preaching. Like Englishman, he has taught so many things, and other vendors you learn from. It's like almost like an open podcast. Like everyone has a little bit of information to give and garner. And I always took it from the OGs, like shout out to Lance who sells the record players. He's been here for years. So just gentlemen and young ladies and women who've been doing it longer than I have. And I take a little bit of advice from them, and you don't usually hear what someone says, you see what they do. And I always see certain vendors like, damn, that's how you should be doing it. So you try to take what we built here at the Trading Post and literally just transition over to the e-commerce side, which we're thankful for Instagram because 4 years ago, I didn't think IG Live was possible. I didn't even think in this realm. I don't know about you, Nat, but I damn sure I didn't think this would be possible, to be honest with you. So to have it like this, I think it's pretty cool that we're able to do these IG Lives, even we do the Zoom calls, right? Which I have missed the last 2 Zoom calls, but it's cool to be able to virtually express yourself and also to see like where everyone is at mentally.
Yeah, really, like the technology that we have access to right now has really revolutionized everything. Yes. And I think that it's such a, for the people that can access it and can use it, it's such a great tool to keep going during this time. But, we do have a chunk of our vendors that are more analog, they're offline or they just don't, maybe they check email, but that's about it. So, we're doing our best to check in on those people too, because I can't imagine not having the internet, not having all of this to connect with. And
absolutely.
It's really been a saving thing for me because, I miss the market so much, and getting to see everyone one-on-one like this and in the Zoom calls, it's like, so it really helps to get through this.
It definitely does. It definitely does. And I'm gonna go back just a point here
Mm-hmm.
is well, I have up there. I'm not sure if you can see. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
your mission, your purpose, your calling, journey. And on the other side, is lost in the right direction is okay. And I have that too because sometimes when creating, we always feel like it has to be perfect. But I've stopped striving for perfection on pieces when I realized only thing perfect is God. Like you really can't be perfect. There's no way around it. So when I'm doing a piece, for me, when I know it's done, is I know that it's imperfect. And I mention these points because I stapled it writing is from Michael because writing is deeper than just writing something. You're really manifesting something. When you write something down, you're declaring it and you're claiming it to be true. So that's why it is important to watch what we say and to be accountable for our words. And when we aren't accountable, we've got to be apologetic and also forgiving too as well on the other end. So
Mm-hmm.
I say this because words are very powerful. I mean, if you say things, you're declaring life, you're speaking life. And I feel like for the younger generation, the younger youth, it's important for them to know that because when you speak victory in your life, you will receive victory. And I realized that too when I wrote my goals earlier. I had a goal of reuniting with my high school sweetheart, which I have done today. We are getting married, and I'm very proud of that. That first book I wrote, Intense Pulse, that book was dedicated to her, and that was the first and only poetry book I've written this far. I have a part two coming soon here, but
Nice.
I said it because I didn't want to put a book out per se. That it just happened like that, But the whole point was I was writing it into existence. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And so when I say writing is for Michael, I say Michael is me, but it's really a language of love. It's a language of love. Not to say you have to be in love with somebody, but love what you do, love
Mm-hmm.
who you're around, love the day. And for me, that's gratitude. Like the gratitude only will manifest into abundance. And abundance doesn't mean more money. Abundance can be, look, I had a goal of being able to leisurely have coffee in Sunday morning. Now we can do that in the morning. That's to me, that's rich. I can have coffee in the morning. I'm good. Bigger than just tangible items, more intangibles, and to me, those are more valuable than anything will ever come in life. So,
Mm-hmm.
I say it all to say because writing Shemai, this is really like it's just so profound, Natalie. I can't even explain it. It's for me, everything is writing. Everything is writing. Like this, how we got to this. We wrote it. You sent me an email, right? Everything is in writing. So words are powerful. I believe words will change people's lives. When you speak victory in life, you receive victory. So I only want to be around that and surround my soil with that. Speaking of soil, Natalie is a great planter, and she has all the information, and she revised my fiance and I's plant without you even knowing because I tell you, your information, we took the information and did that. So that's a side note, sidebar.
Yes. Oh, that's exciting.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
I'm helping people with their plants.
and and to say that, and that's a goal in life too, right? Pick an occupation and job that you can enrich other people's lives. It can be a post office work. It doesn't matter where you work, and really, as long as you can be of service, whether in your personal life or work life, I feel like that makes everything all better. And I'm just truly proud of that, honestly. And I
Mm-hmm.
want the 2020. My brother just graduated this past weekend, which I just found out, and it's kind of sad he doesn't have a graduation because I remember being in high school having a graduation, and I'm trying to figure out what to get him. Honestly, I know this is like live time, but I don't know what to get him where
Hmm.
he feels valued and loved. I'm trying to think of that now,
Yeah.
and it's crazy how someone can just graduate right now and not have that moment of celebration. And that's
Hmm.
what pushes us, being celebrated. You got to celebrate people. So trying to figure out ways to celebrate him in the highest way.
I feel you. At Greenway, we work closely with Fairfax High School students, and they just graduated. And it
Right,
feels weird. We don't get to hear the marching band and
right.
all the things and see them go across the stage. There's none of that. So it's very strange to know they're just not coming back.
Yeah. Shout out to Yaya too. You know Yaya, and every Sunday, we did a due diligence to speak every Sunday. Take a photo. Yaya, I asked him, Yaya, what's the word of the day? Hopefully he's on this. What's the word of the day? He would tell me patience, or he would say persistence, something that would be, digestible to get through the day with. And I found those small things to be liberating. Like when you can just converse with someone young, because I almost see myself and him young, like working young. I remember being 17, 16, wanting to work and earn everything I earned, right? And so you really want to celebrate them the right way. So we got to talk offline. Maybe we can figure out an idea, like to do a screen print or something like that, but something where they can feel empowered though, because younger kids do need to feel empowered, and I feel like I feel blessed to be able to be kind of kiddish in a way, like as far as arts, like it almost, that's why the best artists are like 3, 4, 5 years old, 2 years old. Like they're not thinking, they're just doing it. It's just flow. And that's the state I'm trying to reach, is like an ultimate flow state. There's no thinking. It's literally just doing. I actually have a piece here that says, you might like this. You cannot think and do at the same time. Well, you can, but one at a time, just continue doing.
Nice.
We will give this to somebody at the end of this giveaway here. So
nice. Oh, great.
So it kind of, don't overthink things, right? You can't overthink things. And when you overthink, you kill the actual catalyst to it doing it, right? When you overthink, you kill it. You just go, and it'll all connect back later, which is very important. I feel a lot of the journey I've took so far is just not thinking, just doing it. I didn't necessarily want to have a clothing line. What happened was I was painting so many pieces at the Trading Post, and there was a time where no one could tell who did it though. Like if you didn't meet me personally, you wouldn't know Writing Shermichael did this piece. So that's when I started to do the labels. I made a label and started to get labels made. So each piece would get a label. So, and then it kind of formed into a clothing line. You know what I mean? But I always say it's not a clothing line. It's just, it's a language of love. It's really a book collection of languages, and each piece kind of connects to another. So when you read one piece, it's really synonymous and autonomous to another piece. So just like if you read a book from, let's say, what favorite author of yours right here? I got a book here. Marcus Aurelius, right? If I read one of this book is about Stoicism, right? The Stoic method, right? There's nothing bad or good in life. There's methods that connect to Gandhi. So I know this makes it sound confusing, but each book connects to each other because they're all just ideas and perspectives. So each piece is an idea and perspective, and hopefully you take something out of it. You extract the juice out of it. So to say all that, that's what WFM is. That's what I'm doing now, is to really enhance my writing skills, but with less words. My goal was to write all these books, but at some point I realized people don't really read as much as they do on a mass scale. Like reading, there's not like a line outside, like the Jordan line. Like if some new pair of sneakers came out, there's lines. If there's a book came out, would you see that same thing, Like maybe less than likely. What do you say?
Maybe for Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, right. That is a one-off case. It's a one-off case. Yeah, I actually remember that. Yeah. But it's not a common thing. So for me, I'm trying to do it in ways and pick mediums that kids love clothes, I love clothes, and mash the two together. And when you're really reading one quote, you're really reading a phrase of a book. So trying to, I don't want to say dump it down, because I don't want to say it's like on a stupider level, but kind of putting it to a level where you don't have to like look too deeply, but there are two meanings behind each piece,
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm sounding long-winded, but I'll just kind of go into what piece I'm looking at now.
Yeah. Let's see some art.
So I did this piece this past week. This is just a regular vintage button down. So all the clothing, instead of holding all this inventory, I didn't want to have a brand where I'm having all these new clothes. So I picked sustainable clothes. Once I moved to LA, I saw the value in just vintage and thrift, and I kind of like that idea. It has like this kind of nostalgia to it, and kind of the beauty of the nostalgia is it's been used, but we're like revamping life, giving life a new meaning, right?
Definitely breathing new life into it.
Here goes some paintings here that. So this one you probably can't see the words, but I'm gonna read it to you guys. So the fabric of our society is sewn by our will to hold it together and lock in our faith. So this is a piece I did this is actually one of the first pieces I did during lockdown. And when we thought it was like maybe a 2-week thing, 3-week thing, now it's like till July.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
See if you guys can take these words out.
Oh, wow. This one's fun. I like this one a lot.
The peaceful solace we breathe
Mm.
and life we share. And this is don't resist intuition. And I'm going to go over here real quick with the steer here. And there's a piece that talks about intuition. Don't resist intuition. There's hope in the peaceful solace we breathe. We share life in one thread of patience with love. Will your determination lead you through? So a lot of the questions, I always ask a lot of questions in pieces too, because I don't want to feel like I'm trying to judge someone else's life. So it's really a self-reflection for myself and also the world, right? And I think the Trading Post for that, in a sense, because there would be times when I would have a piece out, Natalie, right here. Inside is where the bellow of your voice is tuned. I'm kind of speaking about the studio, right? Like you find your voice in solace. There were times at the Trading Post where I would meet a customer or meet just a random person, and a piece I've done, writing something is different from receiving it. Me writing it in this sense, I'm from a black man from New Jersey. My experience is much different from someone from Kansas, right? So your experiences are different, but someone can read the same painting or words and read it totally different. So for me, I fell in love with that idea. Like, damn, I'm writing something, and you don't know how much struggle comes from this writing. How much pain, maybe, how much infliction has come, but you're grasping something totally different. So then there's like these clash of two worlds coming together, and that's where I started really falling in love with the process of like, all right, you can write words and it resonates differently. Like you take the Bible, I mean, there's so many interpretations of how people take it, and that's why I said words are powerful. And just as powerful as words are, the research is even more powerful. So it's kind of like always playing with these two dual worlds, and I always say the duality. So trying to connect the two worlds together through writing, that's always kind of been like a thing. So I always say the questions, because questions kind of like, it's like almost saying a statement, but a question mark adds like, well, it's not matter of factly, but it also is inquisitive enough to know there's more,
It's also an invitation,
right?
An invitation to think about
Exactly.
what I'm thinking. What do you think, kind of thing.
Right, because there's a right or wrong, right? There's like, okay, that's wrong. You can't do that to someone, right? But in certain perspectives, someone may have a different upbringing. So you gotta respect. Okay, I respect that, but let me add this for you here. So the questions are really like, let me add another perspective, right? If I'm so angry, the anger may subside the truth, right? I may be so angry and so convicted, like this is right. Well, you gotta look like this, right? So that little in between there is always for the unknown, right? The unknown is to be grasped. So a lot of the questions, I'm writing a lot of questions because I feel like it does open up for more growth. And for me, I'm 28 years old, man. I'm like, I'm still growing. I wish I can have a 79-year-old wisdom, but in this body, if that makes sense, So I just want to garner so much wisdom, Natalie. So you can't garner but so much, though, right? You have to live through life to attain it. So the question does leave up room for interpretation.
I love that. That's incredible.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you. So to kind of double check with the COVID-19 is, you know, I've accepted already that we're inside. You're not telling me different. Ebony and I, we're inside. We're just kind of utilizing the time to, you know, eat healthier, do things that we kind of got sidetracked on, you know, keep our health in order, you know, working out, not to say working out to get this crazy body, but like working out inside, like just reading more and doing things to buckle down a little bit and just to realign everything, you know, because we do get in a routine. I was in a routine training boat every week and just almost being locked into it. Like, okay, I have to have a certain amount of pieces for people. I have orders due. So I kind of get into this routine where sometimes only way to grow is to get out of a routine and to like lock out sometimes. So I feel like it's a great learning and a growth point that we have this amount of time to like, okay, sit at home and like focus on home. And home meaning the inside of your soul, not just like the physical attributes, but you know, like planting. These are all things that stimulate the mind. Shout out to Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
Little shout out there.
Seeds underground, and right now we're watering our seeds, and we're getting ourselves ready for when we can emerge.
Exactly. So when, you know, springtime, fall, I guess, hopefully, right, we can blossom and all these beautiful things happen, and we built more foundation. And I said before, I living in Georgia is where I kind of got the bearings of foundation and structure and how important it is. So there's another quote here. I have a lot of quotes here. I'm sorry. Structure, order, boundaries is success. So there needs to be some structure and order. Need to have order. Like, okay, let's do this today, do that today. And boundaries, like your personal space, your energy, right? If someone says, "Oh, Nat, can we come outside for ice cream?" Okay, there's a boundary here. I don't go out past 5. I don't go out past 9, right? You got to have some boundaries set in place. And there's nothing wrong with having boundaries, right? It's almost saying when you do have boundaries, that's self-love, right? That you got to have, look, I can't go outside that. That's within our partnership. Shout out to Nat. She got married last year, correct?
Yes.
Right. So you have a union too. So, and that's what that boundaries, like respecting your union. And I feel like it's very important when building a family, like those structured order and boundaries are crucial. When knowing when to say no and look, that's not going to work. It's not, I'm just sorry, you know, and I think people can respect that. So.
Absolutely. Michael, I don't want this to end. But
I don't want to end either, and I'm sorry. Once I get started, I get started. I'm in the studio. If I was like, it's hard not to get going here. I'm telling you, it's one of the things. How are we on time right now?
We are actually just out of time.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I do want to do one thing, and
yes.
Nat, you pick the person. I have a piece here, and let's give the piece away. What do you think?
I think we should do that.
Let's do that. So look, I'm gonna do this. This is coming from the website itself. So please, no one order this right now. Like, don't go online and order this. This is a size. This is a medium. The will to love over hate.
Ooh.
All right. Nat, you pick a person. I'm not too sure, or someone with the greatest question. Let's give this piece away. What we'll do is Nat will pick someone. Once you pick the person, I'm gonna send them a DM message to get their shipping information. I'm gonna ship this tomorrow ASAP. But let's do this. Let's give a piece away. And what do you think? What could be a question we get for this person?
How about the person who can come up with a 1-sentence poem?
Ooh, I like that. Starting now.
Starting now. 1-sentence poem. Submit it now.
And yeah, okay.
Looks like Anne is on here, and she says you can send it to Sweden.
Send it to Sweden. International accepted.
So if you want to enter to win this sweater, I want to see your one-sentence poem. Let's see.
People are thinking right now, I feel.
Aww.
Oh, a piece of love brings about peace in your ear. I like that. Who is that? Cash Brown?
Yes. Oh, wow. Ooh, pea cake. Take a leap, the net will follow. Oh, that's beautiful.
I do like that.
And Kasha's a piece of love brings about peace in your heart.
Love, I like
Oh,
that. Set your boundaries and plant your seeds of love. Ooh.
yes.
I like to plant
Ooh.
your seeds, though. I like that. And Natalie, you every time you're doing something, I always get a lot of analogies too, because planting is very synonymous with anything. Like it really is. Planting should be a class in high school. I'm telling you that would follow your dreams only you know what it means. Oh, Mama Kel with the rhymes though. I like that.
Love yourself and show your love. Others eliminate hate. Ooh, these are good.
These are good.
My purpose in life is to give love and translate your life to happiness.
Jake, 7 days
7
without
days
love makes
without
1 week.
love.
Sidebar. Jake is
Water your inner garden.
I like that.
Love is magical, not only practical.
Ooh.
We've got some good ones over here.
I need to be at our wedding, man. Coming soon, man.
All right. Any last
Last
poem?
ones?
And make your life grow as plants. Oh, wait. With some poetic words.
Nat, go for it. Go for it, Nat.
All right. I'm gonna go through. Oh, these are all really good. Oh.
Why are you doing
Okay.
I'm gonna sign it.
I am Kasha Brown. She is just bringing it with incredible
She
one-line
is.
poems.
All
I
right,
think
so
she has to win this.
all right, so is it Kasha K-A? Let me spell it again. Okay. I'm gonna sign it to
Yay!
Kasha.
You are the winner.
Kasha Brown, you got it.
Yes, and you are a poet.
You are a poet. Let me get her IG too so I can won't forget. I am Kasha Brown. Okay.
Yes. That is awesome. So yay, we have a winner of this awesome sweater, very inspirational sweater.
Very dope. Okay. Perfect. Kasha's going to you tomorrow. I promise.
Yay! Oh, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everybody. Shout out to all our essential workers, our frontline workers, everyone literally doing the work that we don't want to do. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
To the students, 2020, high school, college, keep on going. Don't stop. Use school as a catalyst to keep on pushing yourself forward. Stay focused. And education is not just in the classroom, it's outside.
Yes, it is.
Right?
In the world.
And we got to get planting required. We got to talk to the state. We got to do some political moves, Natalie, and get planting as a required class into school. That would be really awesome, honestly. There's a lot of analogies to planting.
Yes, very cool. And so we do have to wrap up, but do you want to just shout out your Instagram, your website, all the good things for people to
absolutely.
connect?
So please, everyone, follow our page, Writings from Michael. The website is writingsfrommichael.com. You can reach me on email, let's see, at michael@writingsfrommichael.com, and it's pretty straightforward. Look, just give a follow. I'm telling you, there's something on there for you. You may not find something right away, but I always say, the peace you will not find, the peace will find you. So with that said, love, enjoy your Sunday. Everybody recharge your batteries. I wish nothing but happiness. It's going to be an exceptional day. I claimed it this morning. This morning, I was like, it's going to be an exceptional day. So I hope this extends out everybody. Nothing but love and keep on growing your foundation. So we'll be back in time for hopefully the Trading Post sooner than later.
Yes, yes. I really hope we'll be able to get together all in person safely soon.
Yeah, yeah.
And Patrick's saying your Instagram stories are epic,
Oh,
so we gotta make sure we push those out.
shout out to my fiance. She has the best smoothies, man. It's not me, I promise you, it's her. So yeah, look at Instagram stories. And happy Sunday, y'all. For real, enjoy the day. These are times where you can recharge your batteries, recalibrate. So
Well, thank you, Michael. Thank you so much for joining me today.
thank you, Natalie, for having me. I really appreciate you.
Of course. All right. See you later.
We'll talk soon.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for this session with Michael from Writings from Michael. Be sure you're following him on Instagram, Writings from Michael. It's pinned below. And check out his website. What he does is incredible. He brings people together. He collaborates with other vendors, which we didn't get to talk about too much, but he's already doing that right now. So definitely check out what he's doing. And I hope you'll stay with me for the next session because it is amazing. Oh, of course, yay, Kasha, I'm glad you won. The next session is with Sydney Raneé. She's going to do a live musical performance for us. So I'm going to end this video and start a new one in just a couple minutes, and then we'll get Sydney Raneé on, all right? So I'll see you in just a minute. Welcome back. Come on in. Welcome back, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm going to be bringing on our performer for the day, Sydney Raneé. She's a singer, songwriter, and producer in Los Angeles. Let me get her on board here. She's connecting. We're going to have Sydney Raneé here. Yay!
How you doing, Natalie?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good.
Yay! It's so good to see you both again.
Oh, great seeing you too.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. So, are you all ready to go? Ready to?
I'm ready.
Thank you so much. All right, let me get this screen set up for you, and then it's all yours. So, everyone get ready for Sydney Raneé.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, you don't know, baby, the way you hold me and kiss me slowly is the sweetest thing, and it don't change if I had it my way. You would know that you are. You're the company that I need in the morning. You're my sunshine and my rain when it's cold. Won't you give yourself to me? Give it all. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I follow. So no matter how far, if life is a movie, then you're the best part. Whoa, you're the best part. Whoa, yeah. It's the sun and those brown eyes, yes. You're the one that I desire. When we wake up and we make love, it makes me feel so nice, so nice. You're the bottom when I'm stuck in a desert. You're the turning I take when my head hurts. You're the sunshine on my life. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know better, see. I know you're a star. Where you go, I follow. Say no matter how far. If life is a movie, then you're the best part. Whoa, won't be so simple. But you rather make it high. Loving you is like a battle, and we both end up with skies. Tell me who I have to be to get some reciprocity. 'Cause no one loves more than me, and no one ever will. No matter how I think we grow, you always seem to let me know it ain't working. It ain't working. And when I try to walk away, you hurt yourself to make me stay. This is crazy. This is crazy. Care for me, care for me. I know you care for me, care for me, care for me. Said you be care for me, die for me, die for me. You said you give to me, live for me, live for me. I know you care for me, care for me, care for me. Said you be there for me, there for me, there for me. You said you die for me, die for me, die for me. But won't you give to me? Why won't you live for me? Yeah. Whoa, you're the best part. Whoa, best part.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for everyone joining in the comments. I don't have on my glasses, so I can't really see all of them. But I can see some hearts and stuff, so thank you for the love. We're going to move on to a tune because it's Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. It's only right that we play this next one.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to throw it back to the early 2000s with this Maroon 5 classic.
Sunday morning rain is falling. Still some color shades of skin. And back and forth with twisted moments unforgettable. It's ways to feel the mood that I made. Yeah. But things just get so crazy, living like it's hard to do. And I would gladly hit the road, get up and go if I knew that someday would lead me back to you. That someday would lead me back to you. May not know that, baby, all I need. In darkness, she is all I see. So come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never wanna leave. No, fingers trace you every eye. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Put a flower in your hair. And back and forth, we swing like branches in a storm. Show me what this still together with me is. And I know that maybe all I need. Darkness, she is all I see. So won't you come and raise those pretty little bones on me? Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never wanna leave. Oh, yeah, but things just get so crazy, living like it's hard to do. Sunday morning rain is falling and I'm calling out to you. Say someday it will lead me back to you, baby. Say someday it will lead me back to you. Said may not know that maybe all I need. Darkness, she is all I see. So come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning. Driving slow. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, put a flower in your hair. Put a flower in your hair. Say yeah, yeah. Whoa. May not know that maybe all I need. Darkness, she is all. She is all I say. So won't you come and rest those pretty little bones for me driving slow on Sunday morning. I never wanna leave that
Yeah, thank you. If you guys have any requests at any point, feel free to shout them out. If you know them, we'll definitely play it for you. In the meantime, I'm gonna move on to an original next, and this one's called 17. Hey, 2, 3, hey. Is this a go-go yesterday? Thank you. LA boys. Yeah, we could definitely do LA boys. Hey.
pouring out the gold tonight. With gowns and crowns, it's going down. Yeah, and this moment feels so right. We took the town, making sense. Don't you like the highlight? Doesn't it feel good to be a queen just for one night? Baby, it's so bright. Stay shining that light for everyone to see. They just might go blind. You know it all minds. It's like a dream, a movie scene. And we don't even care like we're 17. I shot to see. Tell me, baby, don't you wanna be? And we don't even care like we're 17. No, there's no need to hide your pride. If they share, that means they care. Oh, learn to love what's inside. I know what's there. Let down your hair. Sit down to let the highlight. Doesn't it feel good to be a queen just for one night? Baby, it's so bright. Stay shining that light for everyone to see. They just might go blind. You're blowing all minds, yeah. It's like a dream, a movie scene. And we don't even care like we're 17. No, it's sexy. Tell me, baby, don't you wanna be? And we don't even care like we're 17. Yeah. All the glitter, all the gold, feel it falling. Down it goes, all the glitter, all the gold, feel it falling, say, down it goes, and you control your life, you can own the night, such a lovely sight, let it go, it's alright, you control your life, you can own the night, such a lovely sight, baby, you can so bye-bye. It's like a dream, a movie scene. We don't even get like we're 17, no. Sexy, tell me, baby, don't you wanna be? We don't even care like we're 17.
Okay. All right, that's 17, an original written and produced by me, available on all digital platforms, so please feel free to check that one out. We're going to move on to another original song, and this one is LA Boys. By request, by Kamikaze. I don't know if he's still in the chat.
LA boys will drive you crazy. They'll destroy.
All right, let's try that again. Sorry
Okay,
about that.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, we can move on because we've been playing this song for like 5 minutes. So sorry about the sound not working. We're going to pick up.
No problem.
Hmm?
Oh, no problem. You sound great.
I know. I was like, what? At some point I froze and I was like, yeah. Anyways, thank you, Instagram. All right, we're going to pick things up with the 90s classic, Throw It Back. As I said many times, I love the 90s. So if you're a Spice Girls fan like me, feel free to sing along.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, Kyle's in here.
I'm giving you everything. This I say, yes, way. All that I want from is a promise you will be there. Yeah. Last time I thought we had this conversation, I decided we should be friends. Yeah, but now we're going around in circles till we will end. Oh, now you tell me that you're falling in love, but I never ever thought that would be. No, this time you gotta take it easy, doing far too much emotions in me. But any fool can see it, I'm gonna make you understand. I'm giving you everything, all the joy. This I swear, this I swear, yeah. All that I want from you is a promise you will be there. Say you will be there. Oh, say you will be there. Won't you sing it with me? Yeah. If you put two and two together, you would see what our faith is for. Yeah. If you can put this equation, well, I guess I get to show you the door. There is no need to say you love me.
Okay.
I am so sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. It seems like Instagram does not want me to win today.
Oh, no.
I really tried. I don't know. Am I good now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. It seems like it freezes at one point, and then after that, like the sound just like goes away.
Yeah. It's so strange. I don't know what it could be.
I have no idea. Yeah, I put on my regular like cell phone plan, so hopefully that is up the problem. Sorry,
Okay.
guys. I felt like we were jamming.
Yeah.
Probably. How many songs do we have left, Natalie?
Let's see. We have like like 5 minutes left.
Okay, so we got one more. So you guys make it good. If you have any requests, if you want to type it real quick, so we can give you guys something before we leave. So sorry for the interruptions. Any requests out there? If not, Natalie, do you have anything you want to hear?
Ooh.
No?
Well, I do love your song LA Boys. Ooh, we have a request for Madonna or Frank Ocean. Yeah, now the sound's out again. What is happening? That's so weird. Hmm. Yeah, I can't hear you. So I think the only thing we can really do at this point is kind of say goodbye. So we don't really have much time, but uh, hmm. Oh, we got so many good requests too. Well, I hope you can hear me. Give me a little thumbs up if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna try to connect one more time. We have just a couple minutes left. We can get one more song in.
I'm so sorry. Like this whole time, I've gone live so many times and haven't had a problem. I don't know why today.
Yeah, you were fine last time too, so it's like, ooh. Well, okay.
Hard to see some of those requests. They're gone now, but I'll just.
It's awesome. You could just pick whatever you like.
All right. You want to do that red one? She says, I can't hear Sydney. Okay. Cool. Daylight, I wake up feeling like you won't play right. I used to know, but now this stuff don't feel right. How long you make a brother wait for something so long?
So sorry that did not work out so well. Sydney, thank you so much. Really appreciate that you were here with us and that we could hear what we could. You were amazing, and I'm sure we'll see you again sometime soon. If you want to listen to more of her, of course, you can hop on her Instagram, sydney.ranee, Ranee, and make sure you're following her and click through her links, and then you can listen to her music on all platforms and see her music videos. And also, we did a performance 2 weeks ago with her that is on our website. So if you go to melrosetradingpost.org/MTP-live, you can see the replays of all the videos from the previous weeks, and you can see Sydney perform there. So hopefully that'll be enough to hold you through until the next time we connect with her. So I'm going to go ahead and click out of this, and then I'll see you in a little bit with Vanessa from Desert Moon. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Come on in. Welcome to MTP Live. We're having so much fun today. And our next person that we're going to be speaking to is Vanessa from Desert Moon. She is a jewelry designer, and of course, she sells her items online and at the Melrose Trading Post. So we're going to go ahead and bring her in. Come on, Vanessa. Yay!
Hold on, let me put a filter. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna work better. Wait, no. Oh, I had a crystal method one for you, but I can't find it.
For reference, that is a drag queen on RuPaul's Drag Race.
And we love drag queens. Okay, yeah, I don't have it. I wish I did. Hello.
It's okay. Let's give her some hearts if you like the filters that we've got going on.
I don't know what I have anymore.
Well, it's okay. There's some interesting drag queen ones on here, but they might be a little intense for people. So we don't really want to scare anyone away, but
Okay, maybe it was a blessing in disguise.
they're pretty cool though. I mean, if we go there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vanessa,
Yes.
welcome to MTP Live.
Hello, I missed you.
I know, I miss you too. It's crazy not getting to see you all the time at Melrose Trading Post and at all the other events that we go to together that feature drag queens.
Bingo.
Typically in our neighborhood area, you know, West Hollywood-ish. So, you know,
Yeah.
it's been hard not having all the fun events we like to go to and, you know, connecting with the people that we like. But here we are now.
Yes, the new world.
Yes. So can you introduce yourself to the folks that are watching and let us know about yourself and your business?
My name is Vanessa. I'm a Leo. So I own, operate, make stuff at Desert Moon, buy stuff to sell, curate things. I have a permanent booth at Melrose Trading Post every Sunday. What else? I'm camera shy. That's my intro.
And I'm camera shy. I love it. Well, can you tell me about your focus and curation for your shop, Desert Moon?
I love things that aren't normal. I love colors, sparkles, crystals. Here's my crystal troll.
Oh, I love those.
The troll is from Melrose. I upcycled him or her. Yeah, so I love crazy loud things. Like the rave people are my people. Anyone that loves like crazy jewelry, I'm your girl. I'm your girl.
I love that. And how did you get started in jewelry and curating a shop?
It all started after a breakup, just making jewelry. Mm-hmm. And then it also comes from my shopaholic-ism. I'm like, okay, that would be cute. I don't know how I like curate stuff. I think I'm just on like Tumblr and Instagram so much, and I'm like, oh, I like that. Let me see if I can find it somewhere.
Yeah.
And give the people what they want. Sometimes the people tell me what they want. And I'm like, okay, let me go find it. Let me see what I could find.
I think that's one of the beautiful things about having a business like the one that you have is that you put yourself out there and you're just open to what the universe has to serve to you that day. And it could be a brilliant idea. It could be like your next product. It could be anything.
Yes, crazy sayings, bad words, curse words. Same thing.
I know. I love a lot of the jewelry that you have because it is just so irreverent and out there, and it just makes you feel so special wearing it.
Yes. And I love like customizing stuff for people too, so they can feel like part of their jewelry too. Yeah, I'm nervous.
Ooh, it's okay. It's just us and a few other people.
That's true. Okay.
Yes. So I'm gonna ask the hard-hitting questions now.
Give it to me.
Okay. Who do you want to win RuPaul's Drag Race?
Oh my God, that is so hard. I want to say, I love them both. Crystal Method or Gigi Good?
You know, but then Jada's also like incredible.
So, they're like the best top 3.
Yes.
Ever.
Yes. Yeah.
I know who I don't want to win. Who's not winning it, and I'm not even going to say her name.
Yes.
She who shall not be named.
We've got a Jada fan in the house. Okay, nice in the comments.
Jada.
Yeah. You know, you can't discount any of them. They're so good. You know, I want to root for Gigi because, you know, she's an LA girl.
Yeah.
We got some nice shout outs out there.
Papa. Hi, Josh.
We got Team Gigi.
Papa.
I don't know if you saw on the Melrose Trading Post feed, there's a picture of Gigi from like a brief ago that our intern took. It was so good. I had to repost it.
Did you know about Gigi?
No, Alicia just loved to take pictures of like people that just took her breath away. She'd just be like, "Oh, they're amazing," and she'd run over and be like, "Can I take a picture? I'm with the Melrose Trading Post." And so I was looking back through the archives and I saw that she had posted that, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, she's about to win, hopefully, maybe."
Hopefully, maybe. But I feel like Rue loves Crystal.
Well, we all love Crystal. She's incredible also. And Jada was just
right
like so polished and like hilarious. You know, it's a tough call. I wouldn't want to be in RuPaul's shoes. Well, I do want to be in RuPaul's shoes, but differently. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have to make that tough decision.
Who do you want to win?
It's so close. You know, the only edge I think for me at this point is that Gigi is the LA girl, so I want her to win and bring the crown to LA because it's always in New York or somewhere else.
That's true. I wouldn't mind any of them. They're so good.
It's so true.
Good.
So, speaking of Gigi shopping at the Melrose Trading Post, you know, what made you decide that you should bring your business to MTP? And what do you love about the community of vendors?
Oh my gosh. Okay, what made me decide? I think just like right as I was making jewelry, I also like discovered Melrose, and I was like, oh my God, I'd love to like be here. And it's so cute. It happens every Sunday. So that was that part. And then what was the second question?
And what do you like about the vendor community?
Oh my gosh, I love and I miss them all. What do I love? Just like weekly catching up, like my neighbor, the body butter lady, but Doye is my neighbor. Yeah. And every Sunday we would buy each other coffee or tamales or like, just like, it's such a community. Like, I love all the vendors. Yeah, just catching up with them every week, seeing what everyone else is doing, what's working, what's not working. Talk about other events that aren't as good.
It's so nice of you to say. But you know, they're all good events. You know, that's what you make of it.
I keep throwing shade, don't I?
Well, we were talking about drag earlier, so it makes sense.
There's shade.
Oh, we got a shout out for coffee in the morning and baked potatoes.
Oh, the baked potatoes. I miss those too.
No, shout out to Eyes and Ears. Those baked potatoes are something else. Your veggie hash bowl is something else.
Their kombucha.
Yes. There's so many things to miss about the Melrose Trading Post.
crispy onions. I just want a potato now.
Yeah, Melrose mixology. Come on, you gotta love those drinks.
Mixology.
No,
The
just
horchata.
it's not the same when you make it at home. You know, you have to have Janice give the special touch and then hand you the drink with a smile, and then it's like, oh, it's Sunday, you know?
Yeah. The days just like blend together now. Just like I used to just on Sundays I would just like wake up with anxiety, like, oh my god, I'm missing out on Melrose. But now I'm like, it's all the same, all the days. These are the days of
It
a
is
quarantine
definitely
life.
broken up from like our regular routines, you know?
Yeah.
We're definitely like, oh, okay, we have to come up with a new way to live.
I can't wait till I go back, or we all go back.
Me too.
Catch up with everyone. Oh my gosh, and the Melrose dogs. I feel like
Yeah,
they were like regular dogs that would go there.
Yes, regular dog friends.
Lola, do you know Lola?
Yes,
She's
the Frenchie. Yes.
Yeah, Frenchie. And then I had another one, Ragu. Super cute.
Yeah, there were so many cute ones.
Just seeing all the dogs walk by too. It's an event like unlike any other. Oh my gosh, empanadas.
Yes. So many good
empanadas.
things. Brady's Bakeries cookies. If you got to him before they sold out, so good.
Where was that? I need to put that on my Melrose bucket list.
Yes, you can follow him on Instagram. He's doing cookie deliveries. So check him out, Brady's Bakery.
Okay. I'm going to look that up.
Definitely do. But anyways, let's get back to the real conversation here. We're talking about your business, Desert Moon, and the jewelry and items that you curate and bring together. And you would do all kinds of shows, including the Melrose Trading Post and other huge shows. I know I've seen you at DragCon set up. And
yeah, I was supposed to do that this year.
So how has all of this, COVID-19 and all the closures of everything impacted your business?
Oh my gosh. I'm just so used to doing in-person shows, and I think I did that was most of my business. But so it's crazy how we all have to adapt, and since that was taken away, I have to do all these other things. But before I did Melrose and stuff, I used to be on Etsy, eBay, and my own website. So now I've had to go back to those. So I reopened my Etsy, reopened eBay, my main site. Just hustling all the time. It just it's like sink or swim time. See what you could sell, see what's working, what do the people need. Do they need sparkles with those things that they need? Because I will sparkle it out for you.
You do. You bling a lot of things.
Oh yeah, I have a cowboy hat right here.
Yes, I was hoping you had those little cowboy hats. And are they earrings or these?
Yeah, these are the before earrings. First I stud them, and then they turn into earrings.
They're
I
amazing.
feel like it's show and tell, and then these are my other favorites.
Yes. Ooh, I love those.
These are a big hit at DragCon.
Oh, I bet. They're so fun, and they look really lightweight, so
Super
I like that.
Lightweight.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm making tie-dye masks. Let me show you.
Yes, you started a whole line of masks, right?
Yes, here's a tie-dye. Oh, I need to grab
Someone said they need the cowboy hat for my snake.
Oh my god, yes. Who?
You guys got to connect, okay? You gotta make that happen. And then we need to see the picture.
Tag me in the snake picture.
Tag Melrose Trading Post also. I'd like to see those. But yes, so you have tie-dye masks.
Tie-dye masks, sparkle masks.
Sparkle masks.
Here,
so
let me show you my rhinestones. I have all these rhinestones.
Ooh.
Oh man. That's one color. Just so many rhinestones. Oh, here, I'll flip the camera. You can
Yes,
see
we're
the
sitting in the rhinestones. See the setup here.
silver rhinestones,
Mm.
AB rhinestones, pink rhinestones.
Oh,
They're just too.
fun
I think I have
office.
a rhinestone
Rhinestones
problem.
everywhere.
This is my new
Ooh,
office. Here's my Furby.
of course, your office Furby.
My office Furby. Yeah, I have so many crazy things. Here's my chickens
Oh yes.
and my earrings. Oh, look, sticks and lasers.
Oh yes, I love stick lasers.
Yeah, no, this is my crazy desk right now. This is just, I feel like I have two crazy desks. So, back. Here. So that's my mini office.
Ooh, and you're sitting there all day just putting rhinestones on things and making jewelry.
Watching Netflix. I'm going to rewatch Drag Race from the beginning.
Yeah, I've been doing that. I'm further than I'd like to admit.
What season are you on?
We just started season 7, which is arguably sometimes one of my favorites, sometimes one of my least favorites, but we got so many gems in that one.
Is that Violet?
Yes. And Katya and Trixie and Kennedy Davenport and Jasmine Masters. Come on.
Oh my gosh, now I want to show you all my Drag Race shirt collection.
Come on.
Let me just grab one shirt. I'll be right back.
Hi.
I'm going to grab one shirt.
Go for it.
So good.
We'll enjoy your sparkles and my sparkles. If you like my earrings, you can go ahead and give a little heart.
This is the Loteria drag queen shirt.
Oh no, you didn't.
El Gallo.
That is incredible.
I'll send you the guy's Instagram.
Yes, please.
Let me show you. There's Rue.
Ooh. I love that. That's incredible.
Feel like it's one of my favorites, but I never wear it.
Oh, I love that.
La Dama. Yeah.
Well, do you have any other items you want to show us while we're here?
Oh my gosh, what? I have so many things. Let's see. Oh, I just got the 80s in the zodiac signs that everybody wanted. And now I have them. Let's see. Is it backwards for you?
Yes. Flip it around.
What if does that work? Oh, it works.
Yes.
Oh my God, I lied. That's 1998. That's not even the 80s.
I know.
Let me try again.
We have a request. Do you have any in silver?
No, just gold right now. I only have the zodiacs. I do have the Old English zodiacs in silver now, and I didn't before. Here's 1987.
Very
oh my God,
nice.
I feel like a blogger. You know how they
Yeah.
Oh, that's how they get it.
You're officially a blogger.
1987. So I have that. What have I been working on? What is life? Just a whole bunch of stainless steel necklaces.
Ooh.
I gotta put them on the website this week. Only a few are on. This one's on.
Nice. That was pretty.
I feel like a makeup blogger.
You're official now.
Oh my gosh, and I made all of these yesterday.
Ooh.
Butterflies and snakes.
Oh, those are cute. Rainbow snakes? Is that what they are?
Yes, rainbow snakes,
Nice.
butterflies.
Beautiful.
I'm ready for the market to open.
You and me both.
And all. Oh, I'm going to decorate face shields with rhinestones as soon as I get my hands on some face shields.
Nice. Oh, I like that. Those are the ones that like fully
Yeah, it looks
are
like
plastic,
glasses,
right?
and
With the
then like,
visor.
yeah, as soon as I
Those
get my hands on some of them.
are Have you been having any issues sourcing things
With what?
with like sourcing the materials you need to make stuff?
Yeah, most of my suppliers in LA are like closed. And I'm like, can I order
Mm.
stuff? They're like, we're not open. But I had two
Mm.
stores that opened last week. And one
Mm.
of them is like an older lady and she's very chill. And I was like, I miss you. He was like, me? I'm like, yes, I missed everyone.
Aw.
So I
Aw.
just like, I think they're slowly starting to open up. But some are
Mm.
like completely closed. But I guess that's where creativity comes in. Gotta work with what I have,
Mm-hmm.
see what I can make,
Nice.
see what else I have.
And do you have any like future designs in your mind that you'd like to share or,
I really want to make those rhinestone face masks.
Mm. Yes,
And I
I
have
like them.
let me show you my little pearls I want to put on them too.
Ooh.
They're like iridescent. I don't know if you could tell. They're iridescent.
Ooh, okay, there they are.
I feel like
It's a little
they'll
hard
look.
to see.
I know. I don't know why. I'll just show you more of my things.
There you
Bits
go.
and pieces. I want to make butterfly chokers with these. They're quartz butterflies.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Dyed quartz, yellow quartz. Yeah. Oh, there's my bubble water. But yeah, face masks, butterfly chokers, more butterflies, everything. And I want to
Mm-hmm.
make something out of this. I got it at Melrose. It's a little bear lock.
Oh, that's cute.
I wanted to make them into like necklaces for DragCon,
That is
but
really cute.
maybe 2021. Just kidding.
Yeah,
Maybe when we
no,
open
we're not
Melrose.
ready for that yet.
I'll have something made soon. Hi, Anne. Anne is in the chat.
Oh,
Look
yes.
in the
Hi,
chat.
Anne. She's all the way in Sweden. We miss her.
Hi. We
Miss
missed
her so much.
you.
Miss you, Anne. So, Vanessa, can you tell us about your website and what's the best way for people to get in touch with you if you want like a custom piece?
You could slide into my DMs if you want like a custom piece. My website is shopdesertmoon.com.
Mm-hmm.
So is my
You
Instagram.
can put it in the chat so everyone has it.
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
also on Etsy now. Shop Desert Moon LA on Etsy. I'm back on Etsy. eBay is like my old business name. Paola loves to shop.
Mm.
So yeah, those three areas. Slide into my DMs if you want a custom shield or face mask. Yeah. Or if you want to talk drag race.
Yeah, of course. So, Instagram, of course, is a great way to like see your inventory, and I have that pinned down below. Is there anything you want to leave anyone who's watching this or the replay later on? A little message from your heart.
Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie.
Oh,
That's from my heart to all of yours.
I felt that in my heart. Oh, thank you so much, Vanessa.
Thank
That
you,
was,
Natalie. I missed you all.
I miss you too. That was so much fun. Thank you for sharing your incredible talents at jewelry making and curation.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, I'll see you later. and hopefully in the vendor chat soon.
Yes.
Very cool. All right. See you later. Thank you, Vanessa. Ah, that was so much fun. Thank you, Vanessa. Miss Vanjie, you definitely brought a beautiful light to our MTP Live. And so go ahead and make sure you're following her. Shop Desert Moon is her Instagram handle, and then go through and see all her links to her website, her Etsy, all over the place. I'm going to go ahead and sign off of this video, and let's see, I will be back. What time will I be back? I'll be back at 3 o'clock with the next person, who is Jason Primrose. He is an author of a novel called Zosmas, and it's part of his series called Lost Children of Andromeda. And I can't wait for you to hear part of it and for you to hear his story. Welcome back to MTP Live. Hello, hello. Yay, I'm so happy you're joining us today. We have one more session left on this beautiful Sunday, and it is with Jason Primrose of The Uncaged Creative and his book series, Lost Children of Andromeda. Yay, okay, good. I think we're good.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey,
How's it going? Yeah.
good. How are
Can
you?
hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna try to. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Nice.
Trying to like navigate being like being able to move around, but also be loud enough so you can hear me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We can hear you well. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right, so Jason, can you please tell us about yourself and what you make?
Yeah, so I write science fiction novels, sci-fi fantasy novels, and I have this beautiful, I think it's beautiful, printed hardcover copy that I started bringing to Melrose Trading Post, along with this basic setup, so you can kind of see the bookshelf that was custom made and all the artwork. Oh, sorry, I should turn on the light so you can see everything. So the artwork and the little podium, and so this is what I normally bring to the Trading Post.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing your booth in the market. It really stood out with the incredible artwork from the book, and of course, you being there, it's like a very special thing to kind of like meet an author and be drawn to their book and talk to them about the book, and it's a very unique experience.
Yeah, so it's funny that you say that, because I thought that there was no place in the Melrose Trading Post market for me. I've been there before, I'd shopped there, but I was like, well, they wouldn't want books there. And it actually kept me from reaching out for over a year. And one day I was just like, I could just try and just see. And James was so wonderful in welcoming me and saying, hey, try it out. Let's see how it works. Like, maybe this is a new thing we haven't thought about. So yeah, it's been amazing. I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, it was a leap of faith for sure to kind of pop up.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm really glad you did, because it's something special, and now we get to share it here as well, which is very cool.
Yeah, definitely.
About how you became a writer, an author, like what brought you into that world?
Sure. So funny story. This is the original book. So it's called Dragon Wars, and I wrote it when I was 10. It's got my little drawings in there. So this is the original story that became this, and I've had this story in my head since I was really young, and I would write in secret, but kind of like Michael was talking about earlier, I took this whole path of like learning structure and like understanding process and like working for other people and figuring out how to like run businesses and grow businesses. And all the while, I was like writing these little stories in secret and like putting them in a little drawer, and not really paying attention to what could be possible with them. I also didn't graduate from college, so I pretty much taught myself to write. But in that like kind of journey, in that process, I discovered like that writing was just the thing that I loved more than anything else. And so if I could do anything all the time or anything for the rest of my life, it would be writing. It would be creating. And so, yeah, I've got an opportunity to embrace that now, especially with the help of Melrose Trading Post.
Excuse me. I wanted to ask you, what makes you like sci-fi so much, and what drew you to creating a sci-fi world?
Oh my gosh. So, like, I am a reader. So I grew up on like Chronicles of Narnia, Wrinkle in Time. I read everything, anything you could imagine. I was reading it. And I've always loved space and the stars and aliens, and I don't know, my imagination's a little wild. And so when I think about ways to, and this world kind of came to me. I mean, it really did come to me. I don't even say that it's my idea, like I'm channeling, you know, something that may or may not exist in another plane, another realm, whatever, but it stuck with me for 25 years. And so to be able to bring it to life in an authentic way where I'm kind of just like letting the words be and letting the characters tell their story, it's not something that I could even say like, oh, I woke up today and, you know what, I decided to be, I'm into it. It's part of me. It's like ingrained in my imagination and in my thought processes. And so it's natural. It's like more natural for me to write scenes in science fiction than it even is to write marketing copy.
Wow. That's incredible. I've heard that with some other authors about the idea that it's being channeled through you. It's something that, you know, you don't necessarily need to claim it, but you get to be the person to bring it to the world.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a stewardship, I think, is what the word would be. Yeah, and I like, it takes a lot of pressure off thinking about it that way too, because it's not this like burden of, or I must, you know, kind of thing. So yeah, I appreciate that as well.
I love that. And so this series, you know, you've had the story with you and you've brought it to life over these years. Can you show us the first book of it and show us the cover and really like get up close with it so we can really check out the art?
So this is Zalzma. You can see. I'll show you some of the, it was like, I wanted to do, you know, I'm an independent author. So, so I funded everything. I wanted it to be really, really high quality. So it's like a high quality book. So I'm trying to find one of the photos. And it's got little like black and white photos in it. So yeah, it's like high quality. There's photos, there's music with excerpts.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, and so it's like, it was like really important to have like certain like just formatting elements and things like that. So yeah, it's really cool because when I was at the market, like being able to, people pick this up and they look at it and they're like, this is yours? Like, oh my goodness. And, you know, like you're the author, and people were really surprised that I was the author, and just people they're so supportive, you know, of like, of this baby that I created, you know, so that, or brought to life really. So yeah, this is the novel hardcover. It's about 400 pages. Yeah, and it's probably got about 30 or 40 artworks in there. Every place you see kind of like dark, if you can see, you probably can't see that well, but any place you see, you know, shade, there's like all of these.
Wow. Yeah, the images are so powerful.
Thank you. Yeah.
Excuse me. And so, like, speaking of the images, I see, like, of course, your backdrop is an incredible presentation, and your website also just like incredible with the visuals. There's a trailer. Like it's just you seem so innovative for what you're doing. You know, like as an independent person, I'm really like impressed with how you've marketed yourself. Can you tell us about that and what you're doing?
Thank you. Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I worked with startup businesses, and so I kind of learned how to like, figure out a way to get your name out there. I think of all the ways I've marketed my business, actually, though, in terms of sales, the two things that were really helpful were Kickstarter and then Melrose Trading Post, for sure. And so I do a lot of social media, a lot of sharing of the artwork and excerpts and videos about the journey, like the writing path on Lost Children of Andromeda. I am launching like a digital promotion campaign for the first time to kind of get people to know about the world even more than the book, but just like kind of understand the world and the characters and the themes. I still have the home pop-up, and I plan to take that back out when we are able to. And I didn't have the backdrop before, so it adds like another layer of like immersion to the space, entertaining the spaces. Yeah, I think really leaning into it, really leaning into the story, really leaning into like what I'm able to represent in the world of literature. And that it is an independent journey, and it's a journey, and it's okay that like everything that happens is happening. I'm trying to think of some other things that really worked. Obviously learning a lot, so working with different editors and reading different blogs about writing style, reading different books about writing style and character emotion and stuff like that. So improving the craft so that the finished product is packaged well, but then also it reads really well too. So those are some of the ways that I think in terms of like promoting my business and being authentic to like what I want to create or what I want to show, and then marketing that. So this was like originally I came to Melrose with like a blanket. It was, it's a cute blanket, but it was a little blanket, and I had the letters that said Zosma, and I had some of the books and like one of the posters, which is basically this poster, but framed. And people were excited and intrigued and bought books, and I said, so I have this 10 by 10 space, right, that I could potentially have every week if I do things the right way. How do I make this like a moment where people are discovering something they've never heard of before? And that's how the pop-up, I was like, so if I invest a little bit of money in something a little bit bigger, like something that will really catch people's attention, then who knows what could happen. And let me tell you, like, the sales really increased, like, just from that. Being able to experience the music and the chair, being able to see the characters, being able to touch and feel the book and everything like that. So, yeah.
It really shows, how much time you put in to the learning and to sharpening your craft with the final product and what you've put out there and the care that you've put with every decision. It's really impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so, we're in a different time right now where markets are closed. So what are you doing now that, the in-person interaction is limited and, we're all at home?
Yeah. So one thing that was really cool that we did, we had an art contest because, for me, I'm like, there's people who probably feel stifled. I know I felt stifled at the beginning, like, what can I do during this time? And so getting people reconnected to their like creative skills or whatever they're passionate about was something that I thought could be valuable during this time. So ran an art contest, grand prize $500, and got some amazing like interpretive pieces of like Alistair, the main character, and his journey toward inner power. And so that was like one of my favorite things, increased engagement and follows on Lost Children of Andromeda. The artists were really happy to have something to create through. So that was really awesome. And like I said, I'm launching a digital marketing campaign that uses the artwork and some of the key themes and like value propositions and things like that to get people who don't know what Lost Children of Andromeda is to be interested in what Lost Children of Andromeda is.
Wow, that's incredible. That's such a good idea. And I'm really impressed that you like funded an art contest supporting artists and like to inspire people. That's such a beautiful way to like share your story and to share like your love of like the imagery also that people make. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. If anyone who's watching and you can see the all the contestants. I actually think I didn't post them all. Oh, they're all posted individually because people vote individually, so you can see they're like the last 5 posts were the artwork submissions, and then I did like a scroll on my personal. But yeah, they really. I was like, oh my god! I mean, I knew that people would do really great job, but I was even blown away by what came back. I was just like, wow, there's so many talented people. Like this is perfect. This is perfect. So
That's really cool. I like that you've taken, something that really can help people during this time and push that forward because I think we all need, something like that, something to get us excited and to get our minds going and our hands going and
yeah. I want to like keep things moving. I might turn off this light. Hold on a second. Does that make a big difference? Yeah. Yeah. So, because one thing when the quarantine started was like I lost clients, I lost certain things, but like we always have our ability to connect virtually, and I always have my writing. And I was like, how can we remind each other that we still have our passions, our loves, our crafts? Like, we don't need permission to create really anywhere. We can just like wake up and start drawing, and that can be just amazing. It's just as amazing as getting paid to do it, or reporting somewhere to do it, or anything like that. So yeah.
And you mentioned writing. So are you working on the next book in the series?
Oh yes, 2050Z is the name of the next book. I actually just got off of a really amazing. We have like a 12-person beta reader book club that we're doing, and so we read a chapter and then go over it every week. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about that book. It was originally going to come out this year, but it's moved to next year, which I'm super excited about because, time is relative. Time is relative in so many ways because basically humans made up time. We use the astrological positioning of the stars to come up with a 12-month system, and so it's really interesting because now time doesn't seem to be working the same way. Like I kind of count the days versus the days of the week from when we started the quarantine, which in the book we count down from the days left in the world because there's an apocalypse coming. So it's kind of an interesting parallel to be writing during that. But yeah, so 2050Z comes out next year, probably around this time, like May-ish, 2021, and I'm really excited about it.
So cool. I'm always so fascinated by someone who can weave stories together for several different books and create an incredible series that ties together a whole world and a whole community of characters. Do you see this series being a certain number of books, or do you not know yet what it'll be, as far as numbers?
That's a great question. In terms of how many books I see it being 6 or 7. There may be some kind of similar to Harry Potter, 6 and 7 are a 2-parter, or 7 will be really long. Because it's kind of the culmination, and I can get away with it at that point, right? After you have a few books out, they'll let you get away with a higher word count. So yeah, that's definitely kind of that's how I planned it out when I originally wrote it. So this book I ended up taking and writing when I was about 15. I wrote 8 books out of it, and now basically those are not. I mean, they're non-existent, but I'm basically rewriting those, and it'll be 7 books instead. So
That's fantastic. That's so I love the story of how this this world is coming to life through you, and it's so interesting to be like pinpointing a specific time where you're at in the process, because there will be a time when you're all done with the whole series and you'll be looking back at it and
Oh my God.
you know.
Yeah. Thank you for that, because I never even, it's funny, even in like kind of the steady motion, I hadn't come to grips with the fact that one day I will finish. And I'm like, wait, then what? Then what do I do? Oh, it's like I feel like it's my life's work. It's so funny. That's so funny.
Well, it's an honor to be here in this part of your creation, because I'm sure it's an exciting time to be like on the cusp of another book being released, and having this book out now and having people respond to it. And I love that you did this art contest. That's incredible. It really shows how much you like to interact with your community too, and that you're building a community with these stories. Do you see like what the fandom is growing into, and like, what kind of people are drawn to this story so far?
Like what specifically?
Like as far as the people that are responding to your book, do you see like any similarities in them? Do you see like qualities in yourself that you see in them? Like what do you feel like your audience, your fandom is growing into?
Oh, that's a really interesting question. So I think that one of the big things is diversity. Has been a really powerful through line, but also this idea of like transformation and like ownership of your inner power has been an interesting like collective conscious movement that I think will be a really strong tie to why people like the book, because it's science fiction but also addresses some of those themes. And so that's been a similarity, but like even with Melrose Trading Post, like I had so many different types of people come up that were fans of science fiction, sci-fi, fantasy, of comic books, of graphic novels, of anything like artistic or nerdy, and that spectrum is so broad. Like there's so much diversity in people that absorb that type of content, and so I think it was recognizing like someone that from a diverse background, writing about people of diverse backgrounds too, and diverse meaning everything. So there's all different types of people from all over the world, and even other planets in the story. So I have to tell you a story. My craziest thing that happened the last time I popped up right before you guys closed down, Lil Nas X came by my booth and got 2 copies of Zazma, and I was completely mind blown, because it was kind of like oh my gosh, what's his name from Beatology?
Gordon.
Yeah, he was saying Gordon, right? Yeah, was saying that like you never know who's going to come through, and like really putting yourself out there is the secret sauce. It's like the power. It's like getting up, and like Michael was saying, like in terms of discipline, like getting up, standing on your feet, and really it's like about like being interactive and being standing up and talking to people and inviting them in, and really being engaged with what you're doing and what everyone's like looking for or doesn't know they're looking for. And that takes like discipline, and I learned a lot of that from previous jobs and previous work, and so I just love that, being able to kind of show up in that way and be that same level of like go all day for like 12 hours basically. It starts, I leave the house at 6 and then we load out at 6, so yeah.
It's so true. Like the people that set up there and do that, they have to love what they're doing, because it is such a labor of love. You're waking up early, you're getting yourself dressed, putting your shoes on, driving yourself out there, and setting up a whole little world for people to come and explore. And I love that we can bring in someone like you who brings something unexpected to the market, and something that really like envelops people's imagination, and it's so creative. So yeah, it was such a fun thing that we got to interact with you in that way, because I learned so much about, like, through this, just being an author, and how, how you're really like pioneering this story into the world. And it's such a beautiful, like, behind the scenes look at someone that, if you hadn't had the courage to come to the market and, apply and everything, like, we wouldn't know all these beautiful stories.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you did this.
Thank you, and thank you for welcoming, something new. Yeah, it's cool because I think that, we're responsible for everything that comes into our space, and we're responsible. I was like, oh, are the books going to sell themselves? No. So finding different ways to kind of just like, okay, you know what, I'm going to go do this now and see how it works, and just keep doing that. Like, keep doing that with your business. Keep doing that during quarantine. Keep doing that after quarantine. It's like, it's in those moments where we are uncomfortable that we grow. And I think that Melrose Trading Post was uncomfortable for me, just by the sheer being up there and kind of inviting people into my world every time somebody passes by, essentially. So yeah, I think that's kind of the lesson. It's like, let's try something new. Like, let's keep trying new things and figuring out ways to, like, get ourselves out there.
Mm-hmm. I really appreciate that. You're someone who really takes risks and puts yourself out there for something that you're so passionate about. And I think that's what it takes to sell, like you were saying, just to, like, put yourself out there. So as far as being in the market and that experience, are you inspired, like, right now? Are you thinking of, like, when the market comes back, I'm going to try to do this new thing, or, like, what's your next idea that you're kind of working on as far as, like, promoting this book in the series?
I that's interesting that you say that, because so I didn't have the backdrop.
Mm-hmm.
I have a chair that's like a gaming chair where you can sit in and listen to the excerpts and sit and listen to the soundtrack. So something I'm trying to work on is like a tech integration, where when you hover over these pictures, that there's an AR like interaction, like the characters can talk to you, or there's like an animation or some sort of like way that you can interact with that. So that's something that I'm working on, because I think that'd be really cool. And then it would also be the same kind of trigger as what you see in the book, so it would happen when you're reading as well. So that's something that I'm working on now. And I think finding a way to, like, do readings without being disruptive to, like, whatever else is happening around. But like doing, like, kind of pop-up readings where I might read, like, a short excerpt and for whoever's around. But yeah, so those are kind of the things that I think would be cool to, again, bringing people more in, giving people a way to interact, be immersed. Yeah.
That's really interesting. Well, speaking of reading, would we like to switch gears and get to the reading of the book we've been talking about?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me. I admittedly did not practice, but I will bring this to life in the best way that I can. Okay. So this is an excerpt from Zazma. Zazma, yes. www.lostchildrenofandromeda.com. Currently on sale. I'm hand signing them, of course, and they come with a free bookmark. So this is from near the beginning of Zazma, where Alistair Adams is looking for an alien refugee to save her before they use her energy to take over the world. So, Alistair Adams, abandoned C-20 HQ, former Middle East. Alistair and Celine rode atop a chariot of sand across the Iraqi desert, baking at 150 degrees of cloudless daylight. Dilapidated skyscrapers and houses buried under mountainous sand dunes whizzed by, all of it obliterated in a dust storm called the Middle Beast. Crossing 3 time zones at hundreds of miles per hour had put them a day ahead of his intended ambush. And just as they stopped moving, Celine's face lost its pecan color. "I caused this," she whispered. in eerie silence now surrounding them. C20's mushroom-shaped tower held a wicked smile of broken windows and was severed from the base, lying crumpled on its side. The condition of the all-seeing tower implied the corrupt organization was dead, but they both knew that notion was the furthest from possible. If it were 2 months prior, the watchtower would have been patrolling the region for trespassers. If it were 2 months prior, Celine would be inside it, strapped to a device amplifying her sand manipulation powers beyond her control. It was that machine he disregarded in a rush to find his mother before C20 carried out their threats. Her skin opened with a loud tear, and fissures split along her arm and torso. She hid them with a rapid turn of her body, and yet, in that brief moment's time, Alistair saw her skin had mutated to slate rock. He wanted to comfort her, knowing she felt the same sense of loss and dread and pain, but afraid to connect on any level of intimacy, he left her to calm her own heaving. After sealing her lips and eyes closed, she did, then whispered. No one had a chance. She wrung her hands, her eyes now open and glued to the ground under their feet. The UN blamed global warming. Any fool would know there was nothing natural about what happened. Pressure to relieve her of her obligation to help him elbowed its way into his conscience. She'd been exploited enough, had been lured into using the sand she loved as a weapon against the innocent, and he'd come back and asked her to use her gifts, though not for destruction, but still for something as immoral as deceit. He shifted his weight. I thought this had passed, she muttered, floating away from him. It was PTSD at its finest. She'd almost died there, and he, mustering all the audacity and naivete in the world, had asked her to come back on a hunch. The tightness in his chest wouldn't leave, not unless she did. Alistair pushed his hair away from his face and styled it into a bun on top of his head. Alistair Adams arrived, Sink announced next to his ear. Former capital of Iraq, Al-Basra. The inevitable, dreaded location check-in. Decades ago it was a choice, celebrated and rewarded on social platforms. Now, location services went right into Sink's data-collecting brain, the same brain the authorities use to track anyone on the network. The infantry is lighter the further you get from the dome, Celine pointed out. Do you know what you're looking for? Hey, we agreed no questions, Alistair replied. I doubt your government considers this laying low, she spat. I didn't pay for advice. I paid for cover. Flushed cheeks joined the scowl on Celine's face. Her reserve raised to normal, her tone's temperature lowered to cold. I'll get to it then, she said, ahead of him, glaring at the disheveled base. She took several calming breaths, and the frustrated wrinkles subsided from her forehead. With humility, I call upon this fallen nation's ashes. Rise up and cover the route of this spirit on his search for the lost. Alistair slid the tattered gray bandana around his neck, over his mouth and nose. Awe and envy befell him in secret behind the thin cloth. Peace, the kind Alistair rarely achieved, had drowned her frustration. The door to her evolutionary gifts wasn't the devil's fiery red, it was the sky's placid blue. When speaking, or rather manifesting her will, the earth listened, like child to mother or vice versa. Such calm must have dwelled in her heart, a calm that contrasted what unfolded on the desert horizon. Two opposing sand armies raised from the east and west rushed at them, thundering and torrential. With her arms thrust, the storm converged and charged forward, picking up anything and everything terrestrial in its path. Wind aided the sand's fury, joined the catastrophic distraction, and kept the dust moving around even after her hands returned to her sides. I trust you can find your way from here, she shouted, yanking the QB transfer trip from her bosom and shoving it into his chest. Stay away from my country, Alistair Adams. It took him a second to look down, transfixed by what she'd conjured from pure intention. When he did, she'd removed her hand, and he caught the chip inches from the restless desert floor. Alistair came back up to thank her or apologize or explain himself, but her face and body dissolved. carried away by the storm as fine ground rock. The end. Yay!
Wow, incredible. That was incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Jason, you know, you showed us a little bit of the book and the cover, but the artwork for this is just so incredible. And I mean, with the way you paint the story with your words, you can see why your visuals are so like intense and detailed and beautiful because your words are as well.
Thank
It's
you.
incredible.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
How did you bring your words into the visual world and create all these beautiful images for your book?
I did a lot of Pinterest boarding actually. So I would pull excerpts and then also did, I would pull excerpts and then put them together kind of like in a creative brief and then have the artist kind of interpret what they wanted to see. Yeah, so it's a fun collaborative process. I like engaging the artists and I like engaging the composer that I have for the music. Which I think we should do another live, do like a soundtrack listen. Yeah, I'm just honestly like, I'm so incredibly blessed to be able to even do this and to have this come to me and to be able to put it out in the world and let it live how it lives and be accepted how it's accepted and just be along for the ride. Like it's really amazing. I don't think I ever imagined there'd be a day where I could do this when I was growing up, and so to be able to do it is just like, it's so special. It's really, really special. Yeah.
And it's beautiful that you are doing it and other people will see you and learn about you and be inspired themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Really beautiful. So you want to tell us a little bit more about the story or anything else about the book just to get us excited to go get our own copy?
Yeah, I mean, it's like immersive, you know. So there's each character kind of has their own song, which is available on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, and so you know, when you read the book all the way through, then you can go back to like kind of specific moments that are linked to the excerpts and relive the world through the music, which I think is really fun and exciting. So if you were to read like a passage like that, and then you listen to the song that like kind of corresponds with that passage, and it's not every passage has a song, but it's like Alistair's journey overall. So you know that like anything from his narration point has this kind of like valiant, like, you know, lots of string instruments and like kind of like storyline. So anything like that, the desert and searching, is going to be like in that vein. So I think just like the world being immersive, the fact that it's part of a series, you get to go on a journey with these characters and learn about them and grow with them and watch them make mistakes and meet different people and change sides and like all of that stuff. I think that I just love Zosma, and I love the story of like that character Zosma, who's like the secondary protagonist, and then Alistair's journey of like fear and learning how to use his power so that he can save her. Yeah, and her learning to use her power so that she can save herself, which is actually ends up, I think, can be even more important at times. So yeah, it's a great read. I love it. It's my like first like self-published, fully produced piece of work, and there will be another one coming out really soon. So less than a year. Anyone would have to wait to dive deeper into the world, which is really exciting.
Very beautiful. I love how you're so interested in bringing the story to life further and creating more media and playing with all different kinds of media to tell your story and create an immersive world. It's so innovative.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I think that it's so exciting, you know, because it's the future of storytelling. And I'm so grateful that you've brought this to us today and you've shared so much about the creation of it and how much it means to you. So thank you so much. Where can we buy the book and where can we connect with you and all the things you're doing around this beautiful world?
Amazing. Thank you. So you can buy the book at lostchildrenofandromeda.com. Again, it's you can get it on there. Any book bought on the website, I will sign with a nice note. Not just my name. I actually write notes in there and ship that out to you. And shipping is free on there, so that's something. And you can follow Lost Children of Andromeda for artwork, book reviews of other amazing books that I love in the sci-fi fantasy genre. Any sort of collaborations and things like that. And then the Uncaged Creative is my personal, and that's kind of my journey through life and transformation and literature and all the things. And that's just where I share, like, I write poetry on there actually, some poetry and some like introspective thoughts and things like that. So yeah, so those are the places. I started a Patreon. Still working on kind of figuring out how that like looks and breathes. And in Pinterest, if you like, you know, pinning comic book stuff or nerdy stuff, I have a Pinterest board with all the artwork and everything on there.
Wow.
Things that I love too, like other things that I love and kind of the vein as well. So yeah.
That's really cool. It's almost like a little glimpse into your inspirations and then what came out of all the inspirations.
Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much. Are there any closing thoughts you want to leave us with for today?
I just want to thank Melrose Trading Post for being innovative, or the Greenway Art Alliance for being really innovative about how they engage their vendors and being able to not only have like our meetups where we can talk about different things that are going on and what we've heard and learned, but then giving us an opportunity to interact with the community digitally while we wait out the uncertainty of the quarantine and everything like that. It really has been a really, really significant place of growth for my business and for me as a person too. So.
Thank you so much, Jason. I'm so happy that you've chosen to join our community and grow your business with us. It's really impressive what you're doing, and I know you're inspiring other people that are watching this and everyone probably that you talk to, because it's incredible what you're doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, well, have a good one. And
me too. I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you this week.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Oh, that was wonderful. How incredible. So definitely, I agree with Patrick in your comment. That would be a very cool quarantine read. So if anyone's looking for a book to read and a series to get into, you've got plenty of time to read the first book, Zosma, of the series Lost Children of Andromeda. And so by next year, the second book will be out and you'll be ready to read it. So make sure you follow Jason. His other Instagram that he mentioned is the Uncaged Creative. And definitely check out the website, lostchildrenofandromeda.com. Once again, I can't even believe it. We're at the end of another MTP Live. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for listening to all these people's stories. These are creative small business owners. They're artists. They're authors. They're musicians. And so I'm so grateful that we still get to connect in this way, even though our market is temporarily closed. I've seen a few times people asking if we know when the market will be open, and we do not, unfortunately. But we are just sitting and waiting, listening, studying what other markets are doing to make sure that we are ready to open when it is safe to open, and that we know what to do, and we follow all the rules, and we make it safe for patrons, vendors, staff, everyone. So please, please, please. Oh, hello, everybody. Oh, hey. Oh, my gosh. Okay. There's so many beautiful people on here watching. Thank you so much. So I'll be posting the replays on IGTV, and then later today, they will be up on our website. Possibly later this week, they'll be up on our website. It does take a little while. But I have posted all of the ones from the last 2 weeks on melrosetradingpost.org/MTP-live. And I'll post it in our stories with a little swipe up link, so it's easy to go check out. But definitely you can also look at our profile links, and it's in our link tree, and it goes to the MTP Live website. We also have the online shop directory where you can shop Melrose Trading Post vendors, past and present. Ooh. And basically still connect with local businesses, even though the market is closed. My uncle from Argentina is on. Hello, Alejandro. And so, yes, so make sure that you're able to still shop locally, even though our market is closed, by visiting melrosetradingpost.org/directory. And again, I'll put a link to that in our stories, but you can access it through our profile link. Thank you again for connecting with us on MTP Live. I'll be back next Sunday at 12 p.m. And check our Instagram for updates on anything to do with the market and updates on our vendors. And also check out our website, and you can subscribe to our newsletter on our website, and we'll be emailing out any major updates that we get. So once again, I'm Natalie from Greenway Art Alliance. These are the beautiful programs that we have at Greenway Art Alliance. You're familiar with the Melrose Trading Post. We also have the Greenway Institute for the Arts, which is our art education program, and the Greenway Court Theatre, which is a 99-seat theater right next to the high school on Fairfax Avenue. It's an incredible space. I highly recommend you check it out when everything opens back up. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a lovely week. Bye.